All right, so are we back
Hey.
live again? All right. Hopefully it'll work
Yay.
this time. All right, hi everyone. Fingers crossed that we will not be plagued by any more technical difficulties. Am I audible this time? Please tell me I am audible this time. All right. Perfect. Okay. Finally. All right. So hopefully this will work this time. Yes. Let me see here. Okay, so where did we leave off? We were like 5 minutes in, and then my audio decided it's working everywhere else. It's just Twitch decided, it said, nope, you don't have audio. We're not accepting that anymore.
I think we were on
No fun
NAS
for you.
for favorite foods and
Yes.
Melissa for
All
her
right.
favorite
Yes.
foods.
We are on. Yes. Favorite foods. So Naz. All right. Here we go. Huh. All right. Well, that's not working, so I'll deal with that later. So yes, Naz. You can either narrate what your character says, like or just, you know what, I can do a sample for you real quick. So let me all right, let me pull up some of the NPCs here that
Your last thoughts before you're petrified.
All right. Okay, so there's a young, he appears to be half orc, half either elven or human. It's hard to tell. He's sitting off kind of in a corner by himself. And when he hears the mention of food, this teenager kind of springs to his feet, quite excited. He comes over. Excuse me, you said you have food?
I do.
It might be too much to ask, but do you happen to have pheasant? I always love pheasant.
All right, give me a moment.
Okay, thank you. I would love that. And he just kind of like awkwardly, shyly like sits down on one of the kind of
And Raleigh just stares back
makeshift
down,
chairs
focusing.
you guys have.
She just
Does
stares
that help
back
you a
down,
bit,
focusing.
Naz?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. All right. So Costa's kind of like, she's kind of slumped over and she's kind of like prodding things, and she hears the mention of food. She's like, oh, well, whatever you have, I'll have a lot of it. She kind of looks up and is it kind of expecting, see what you say.
And what would be your favorite food? I run out of ideas and I find that not everyone likes what I like.
Favorite? Well, I don't know. You have meats of any kind?
All right. Meats it is. Anyone else? Here's where we'll have quite a lot of meat. Pheasant.
She nods, satisfied.
Thank you. He'll kind of jump up eagerly and wait, the food.
Just going to give a few more pauses for anyone else to make requests before I finish the spell.
Rex will stop tending to his hammer for a second and goes, if you happen to have any, let me pause for a second. If you have any chicken or duck, I'm quite fond of it. And then he's gonna pause for a second. So, and if you have any bread at all, I've got a fondness for it, especially if it's fresh.
All right then. Pheasant and duck and chicken and bread. Not exactly well balanced, but I suppose it will work. And you? Glances over to Morgana. I think you're muted.
You're muted.
I'm craving something small but very delicious. Something. Do you have any rice or anything that's grainy but still very good in texture wise to me? Right now, rice seems really good. I think I want rice actually. Let's do rice. I want rice.
Just rice.
Just good old rice.
All right then. She just kind of glances around at the rest of anyone else near us and then looks back down and shuts her eyes. And as she does, a blue watery effect spreads over the chalice in her hands. And as it spreads, it seems to just dissipate into what appears to be liquid, but as it starts to trickle out of her hands like a babbling brook, you start to see just the appearance of food that you have asked for showing up. First, the pheasant, and then a bowl of a stew that smells of rich herbs and vegetables, but also duck and broth that is very clearly richly seasoned. A couple loaves of steaming fresh bread of various kinds from different areas of the continent appear, some with seeds on their crust and others with just the typical browned top layer of just very well cooked fresh bread straight from the oven. And then just all of the items you have described, a fresh roasted chicken appears as it almost just kind of softly, as if there's a blue sheet that moves across it. And finally, a couple trays of different vegetables that are local and fruits, some raw, some roasted, and then a raspberry-esque tart kind of cobbler to finish off the dish. Well, everyone should eat and eat well. And she picks up a bowl and dishes up some of the soup to herself.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And he'll kind of go back to the outside of his tent where the rest of his party is currently sitting and eating their own meals, and he will start digging into his feast.
I will roll for our temporary hit points that we're about to get once I find another D10. Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Well, I rolled a 10 on the first one and then I rolled a 3. So we get 13 temporary hit points, I think. Let me double check how that works. Yes. So, oh no, not temporary. Your hit point maximum increases by 13.
Nice.
So go in and increase your
so
override max HP to add 13.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Got
Yeah. So even in healing for 24 hours now, so even after we sleep for 24 hours, you will have 13 extra hit points. And you are now immune. Forgot about this point. You are now immune to poison. You're immune to poison and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. So you might want to make a note of that.
Nice. Perfect. No one's getting charmed.
Well, I mean, you still could. I have rolled 2 2s, but
Fair enough. That's fair.
but you're not getting poisoned while you do it, which was very helpful last time,
take that as a win.
right? So there you
That
go.
is another character who I would love to play again, but it's not this.
Hey. And yeah, she's just going to dig into this bowl of soup and cut off a piece of the bread and just kind of sit back waiting for the others to enjoy.
I apologize.
Bless you.
All right. So as you all finish eating, you get to mull around for a bit, interact with each other some more, kind of break the ice, talk about home or whatever. And eventually you make your way home, not home, but to bed. And you all get a good night's rest. So any spell slots spent, you get back and stuff like that.
Thank you.
You're
Because
welcome.
that's a 6th level spell, you guys.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you want to cast it the night before.
Yep, always important to cast it the night before.
Yes.
And excuse me. There we go. All right. Excuse me. All right. So the next morning comes, and both your party and the other party meet up. So there are currently 2 camps. There's your camp, and then there's kind of just a couple tents in the middle where your employers are staying, and then there's the other half of the adventurers camp set up, and you're all gathered together for the first time since you get here as the 2 elves that hired you, and one of them makes an announcement. All right, so thank you all for coming here. I just want to warn you, this will be a dangerous assignment. No one has gone down there and returned well, save one. But they weren't exactly human. But no mortal being has gone down there and returned since the cataclysm that formed this divide. So we'll be dividing into 2 parties. This party over here will be going to the treasure room. There is a list I've given to Gruber. He will be leading you in retrieving a few magical artifacts. You're free to take anything that's not on that list, but the ones on that list, you need to make sure are brought back here to receive your payment. And then the rest of you will be coming with me. Now, my friend Alberion here will be staying outside with 3 others as emergency backup in case we need. That's a good question. Yeah, does someone have the stream playing in the background, by the way? Hey, we're getting a little
I
bit of
just sent
feedback.
the stream to a friend.
Yeah. All right, as long as it's turned down a bit. The rest of you will be coming with me. We are going to be infiltrating the throne room and retrieving a very powerful ring, along with a friend of mine who has been a prisoner down there for some time. So before we do embark, I need to warn you all. As you probably figured out, there will be some forms of demons down there due to the nature of the cataclysm that created this canyon. There also may or may not be a surviving Medusae down there. We don't currently know. So, that's understandable. You have been paid in advancement, so you can keep your advancement. If you want the full payment, though, stick with us, all right? Any questions before we go? All right.
Sorry, I'm looking at my buff spells.
Fabulous.
Continue. I will
All right.
tap people on the shoulder as we move.
Yay. All right. So the party heads down. And it's kind of like if you've ever seen the Grand Canyon, and going down that almost seem just like kind of naturally eroded parts of rock material to kind of just make your way down. That's basically what you have going down. It's pretty easy for most of you. There is one centaur in your party who struggles a little bit at parts, but with some help, she gets down just fine. Raleigh, you have some. Is it pronounced Raleigh? Yeah. You said you have some buffs you want to give to people as you go down?
I'm working on figuring that out.
Okay, fair enough, fair
if
enough.
you just feel a tap on your shoulder, I will put in chat what it does so that I can help you out, and I will say
Perfect.
out loud what it is for viewers.
Perfect, perfect.
I will say that she has done her round of good berries. So in the morning she would have
Perfect.
done that to
The
summon good berries. And she would have given, there's how many of us? 1, 2, 3. She would have given 2 to everybody just so you have them. And I'll put in chat what that does for everyone just to help out.
So yeah, good berries are kind of like a little, they help boost your health if you're not doing so well.
And mine, I think, because of certain things, will do a little bit extra, but I'll look that up. That's a good berry for you.
Perfect. There you go. Yep.
Darn it.
Skyrim logic. Eat the food and feel better. All right.
Eat all the cheese.
Right?
So much cheese.
You make it down in one piece. The front half of the party is ambushed by a pack of abyssal scavengers once they reach the bottom, but they are able to dispatch of them fairly quickly. Abyssal scavengers, I will put that in the chat real quick. They are a type of demon hound, basically. Let's see, I'll put that over here, right? Yes. So as you make your way down to the bottom, you get down to the bottom. Can everyone make a perception check for me? Naz, any questions on making perception checks?
Yes. I don't know what that is or how to do one.
All right. That is perfectly fair. So your character sheet that I made for you, helped you with, that we designed. So if you go onto that, skills, there should be one labeled perception. What I see about D&D Beyond is you just basically click on that and it rolls it for you.
15 plus 7, 22. I see a lot of things except the shadows. There are demons in there probably.
This is perception, right?
Yes.
I rolled a nat 20 for a 31. I don't roll nat 20s ever. Everyone in my campaign can attest to this.
You know what? You know what this means?
That I'm gonna die later on. That you're gonna
Well,
be my first character death.
We've used up all the luck
problems,
right
that was
now.
all of our bad luck.
There you go.
The audio problems were our bad luck. Now that's out of the way. We're good to go.
Yeah. And
Or
they're on the pretty
alternatively,
dice.
we've used up all the luck right now.
That's pretty.
We're gonna think good thoughts, not bad thoughts. We did not use all our luck. We have.
I feel very
more.
bad.
Okay.
Yes.
If these are your dice and I bought
it's
them
not
from
like we
you-
have anyone who betrayed the party.
No, not at all.
I'm stabbed in the heart.
I'm needing to use all my skill to find the skill to roll it.
It's okay. That was literally me my first time with a.
Okay,
It's
wait.
fine. We've all done it. And I learned on paper. So you were already a
Same. My
step ahead.
first one shot was on paper too, and
Oof.
that was fun.
All the notes. All the notes.
So many notes. I was in college and I was like, I wanted to play a game, not do more homework.
Right.
Because I'm on skills and I can click perception, but there's no. It just says like.
Oh,
what it is.
so if you're on the thing, do you see the number next to perception?
Well, it never changes though. I think.
Push that.
So push
No,
that.
you push it.
I push
Yeah,
it?
and then you're gonna
And then
see
a
a
dice will
roll
roll.
pop up,
So,
and we can
wait,
see
it's
because we're
on.
linked by campaign. We can see what you rolled also.
Right.
So push the little number, and that will roll for you.
Well, it
Did I
keeps
join
saying
that
what it is.
campaign? I don't remember.
I'm not sure if I'm at the right place then. Because it just says plus something, but I don't think it's rolling anything.
Are you on your actual character sheet?
I think so. I don't know though.
Hold it up to your screen. Your camera.
Yeah,
Let's
okay, yeah.
see.
Yes, I will do that. Okay, hold on. I'll go back to where I was.
Those lovely times you're trying to help and you're like, I'm blind. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't either. Okay, so I'm on like here. Okay, well that's good.
Oh, that's not going to help. Yeah.
Yeah, if I lower the brightness, I don't know if that'll make it worse.
Hang on. Let me go to yours. So if you go, you know what? Let me bring mine up on my
No,
phone.
no,
That would help because then I can tell you exactly where to
There
go
we
on
go.
your phone.
Okay.
This is how we learn to play D&D, guys. Okay. Characters. Okay, so once you're on your character sheet, if you press, do you see where it says ability saves senses? Up at the kind of towards the top.
I think I did a second ago, but I'll just try again.
If you need to exit out and come back in, exit out and come back in. That's fine.
So there we go.
What does it look like? What do you see?
Well, I have all the stats, and then
Okay.
it's just like
Right above the stats, what do you see? There's a little like bar that's there probably. It might say something different. On the home screen of your character sheet on your phone, it'll say abilities, saves, senses. And it has like a 3x3 of a bunch of boxes, like squares in red. Well, in mine, it's in red. It might be a different
oh,
color.
okay. Well, now my screen just changed without me touching it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so there's the like 3x3
Mhm.
square. Yeah.
So touch where that 3x3 square is and then
Mhm.
choose skills.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see
Oh,
skills?
there we go. Yeah, I hadn't popped up before. Okay, yes. So I'll
And
click on the
now,
number.
yeah, so where you see
There we go.
perception, click on the
Yeah.
number and it'll roll for you.
Yes. So what?
There you
Which
go.
number do I tell the total?
Uh-huh.
I think it's 22.
Yeah, it's a good roll.
Okay.
Ugh. Good thing that wasn't my actual roll. Ugh.
It's not?
No.
That's a 9.
Yours was good. His not so much.
Oh, okay.
No, mine was bad. But I already did my perception roll, so I'm okay.
Then we'll get you physical dice and you have to do the math in your head.
Oh, good.
I have physical dice. They're all cursed. They're all in jail.
Child.
What did you do? Why did they not like you the dice?
Valid question.
I don't know.
So we have a lot of high perception rolls from what I'm hearing.
All right.
We're looking for
You guys easily look around and spot what originally appeared to just be kind of a bottom of the canyon with kind of rocky alcoves here and there. You spot a stone door set into one of the outcroppings of rock. It's just kind of set in a little bit. And upon closer inspection, someone definitely lives here, and this is a well-used passageway. Whoever carved this had some incredible skill. And one of the royal mages of the neighboring nation of Fargalia goes up and kind of tests the door real quick, and then with a cast of a couple more spells, she removes the wards and traps that are on the door, and then a rogue comes up and he assists with picking the locks, and pretty quickly, after just a few moments, the doors swing open with a low creak. Your employer turns to you and says, "All right, half of you with me, the other half of you, well, you know what to do when you get to the treasury." And with that, your half of the party heads into the tunnel to the left, making your way deeper in. With those high perception rolls, I won't make you re-roll them. You just successfully avoid traps. You spot them before you trigger them. So you move very stealthily. After some time, you do come down to a couple rooms, 2 on the left and 1 on the right. The doors are closed. You are free to look around as your employer takes a moment. He had introduced himself earlier as a guy by the name of Pelmar Fargalia, and he takes a moment to kind of get his bearings in the tunnels. You are free to take a look in these rooms, or you can just wait until he's ready to move forward again.
I would love to look at one of those doors. Make sure there's no traps.
I was
Anyone
just about
else?
to say, can I make an investigation check to make sure there's no more traps in this room?
I will give you guidance because you're probably better at it than I am. So I'm just gonna
I do have a
tap you on the
+8 to investigation.
I don't. So I'm gonna just tap you on the shoulder and push you towards one of the doors. Just that bro tap.
we gonna do some inspectigating.
Guidance. Add a D4 to that roll.
All right. Ooh. All right. Habuski has a 14 plus a D4 is okay. So 22 plus 4 is 26.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. This particular door, are you doing the one on the right or one of the 2 on the left?
Let's do the one on the right, and then
Okay.
we'll go to the left.
Okay, this one is trapped. You're able to tell there's a thin wire going from the handle and kind of strung up to the door and kind of around it.
Not this one. Not this one.
You could just possibly dismantle the trap.
I'm good at catching them. I'm not so good at dismantling them.
I see. Is anyone good at dismantling traps?
That would
Wait,
be
can I make a sleight of hand check to maybe disarm
it would
the
be
trap?
a sleight of hand to try and disarm the
I'm
trap.
okay at it, but I'm hoping someone else is better at it.
I do have some
I
the
do-
rogue NPCs there are a few of them still with your party, and they will step up and volunteer if none of y'all would like to make the attempt.
I know if
I
you
mean, I
could
do have a
attack.
+6 to. I do have a
So,
+6 to sleight of hand.
Real fast,
Yeah.
scroll down to the bottom,
Yes.
and you can find sleight of hand if you didn't find it already.
Yeah, but what's like I have no point of reference.
So 0 plus 0 is like a normal
bad.
human being. That's a normal person.
Okay.
Anything above that is better. Anything in above like 5 is even better. Anything above 10 is, wow, you're really good at this.
Okay.
So if you have anything along those you can tell us your numbers. We don't need to be.
Can?
Yeah, you don't have to be.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
We are the party.
Oh, okay.
We're used to all kind of playing it out, trying to role play it, but we'll do the whole meta pigeon if we have to communicate. That's fine.
I've never heard that phrase before.
You've never heard meta pigeon?
I have never heard meta pigeon before.
Oh, so many jokes. You will, yeah. Koro.
I'll
Anyway.
clue in eventually.
What do you got, Nas? What are you trying to see?
For sleight of hand, it is
Uh-huh.
7.
Yes.
So I don't know if
Nice.
that's worth trying because
Oh,
Wait,
that's
plus 7, or your roll was 7?
no, plus 7.
that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Much better than mine. Mine is not good.
Mine's mediocre. Mine's above mediocre, but +7 is probably the highest in the group. So if you want to give it a try, give it a try.
You,
I will
have-
give you.
beat
I will
me
give
out
you
by
guidance. I will give you guidance. So you get a D4 that you get to add to that roll.
Okay,
If
so
you'd
if I'm
like-
understanding, you have to choose based on more or less your stats and your willingness to try to do something if you want to perform an action.
Well, you have the whole idea of a party is that everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses.
Okay.
So you play into those. I am very good at keeping the party alive. I am decently good at strength. I am decently good at getting out of the way. I'm pretty good at knowing when people are lying to us. But I probably shouldn't do the lying because I'm not terribly good at that. Kind of
I
idea.
shouldn't disarm traps either.
I mean, I'm not the worst, but I'm not the best in this group.
Well, I was just saying, if you're the one disarming the trap and you get injured, who's going to heal you?
That is true as well. So I will
Then,
give you.
I mean, we do have NPCs. There are a lot of NPCs in this party, so you actually do have additional healers.
I will give you guidance. So what that means is that you get an extra D4 on top of any roll. So you get to roll an extra. If you'd like me to, I can roll the D4 for you to simplify things for you. And then you just get to add that to whatever number you roll. Don't panic. You're great. And you got
Yeah,
brought
you're
in.
doing
You
great.
got brought in on a level 20. And I'm like, wow,
Right,
you are
right.
so brave.
Yeah, you're very brave. Yeah.
Holy cow.
We gonna help.
Okay.
At least
At the
you didn't
same
make her
time,
be a
level 20s
caster.
are some of the most fun. I advised against heavy casting for
yeah,
first timer.
It's rough. It's
yeah.
rough as a level 20 if you aren't familiar with things.
Right.
I
right.
don't know anything.
I have like 40 spells in my spell book right now. And I'm going, what does this do?
Yeah, I don't even know what a spellbook does. So you're
Don't worry about it. Just hit things.
Yeah,
Don't hit
it's,
the door.
yeah.
Yes,
Don't hit
and
the
that's-
door. Please try and dismantle the door.
Please,
Hit things,
please do
anything
not
but the door.
Okay.
punch the door.
That's what I was gonna do. All right. So okay, so can I just I'll say okay, so Costa, it's the right door, correct?
Yeah, the door on the right.
Yes.
Okay, so Costa walks up to the door on the right and she looks it up and down after they've examined it and she says, "Oh, this can't be too hard," and she's gonna attempt to dismantle the trap. And now can I roll for dismantling the trap?
Yes. Yes. So that would be sleight of hand.
It is
Okay,
sleight
so
of
I'll
hand.
roll for sleight of hand.
Basically, it's testing your nimbleness to see if you can very gently remove the string, tie it off to something else so that it doesn't trigger whatever the trap is.
Okay, so that's gonna be 11.
11.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Plus
Not
the
great.
D4.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
plus
get
the
to roll-
D4. Plus
yes.
the D4.
So
Plus the
you get to
D4.
roll a four-sided dice as well.
Do
Okay.
you see where to do that? It's down at the bottom. For me, it's a little blue button.
With the dice?
Uh-huh. Click on that and then choose the D4.
Okay.
I rolled a 4 just in case.
And I do to everyone roll.
Please.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Please.
How do I
Please.
see
Come
if it
on.
works?
Come on.
I don't know if this works.
This is
Wait,
bad.
did you roll?
That's a 1.
Okay. So
Oh,
that's 12.
12.
All right.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Roll didn't pop
So
up for me.
you manage to unhook it and you pull it up and you wrap it around. You kind of find like a little rusted nail kind of sticking out of the wall just a little bit. You kind of wrap it around there. And right as you kind of like tie it off a bit, it does slip. It just
No.
kind of goes up.
Crap. Can I
This is
make
kind
a
of
roll to
a
catch the
hush.
string?
At disadvantage, yes.
Damn it!
Because this is
It would
very
still be
quick. You have
sleight.
to be very fast.
It
to
would
do
still
that.
be sleight of hand, right? It would still be sleight of hand, right?
But if you can shoot dexterity or sleight of hand, take your pick.
What's higher? I gotta go sleight of hand. It's got the +6. My dex is just +3. Oh, come on. Why can't that be the roll I get? 24? Come on. Come on, come on. Okay, 19.
Okay.
19 is good.
Okay.
19 is good.
Okay. It's disappearing behind the door. You just grab it, the very tip, just by the very tip of it. What do you want to do now that you have the loose string?
Fool of a took.
Lord of the Rings is
No.
sports. I love it.
I'm just gonna think for a second. Just like, okay, well, that was almost very bad.
Perhaps we are a little more cautious from now on. Just going to recommend. Are you all right? All of you? Right.
Please,
Stunned silence in the
please
room.
find something. Please help me find something to tie this to.
Can I look around to see, just help him figure out something to tie it to?
Yeah, you can do that. That'll be an investigation check. I mean, there is the nail that
You
that Callisto
specifically
was
said it
trying to
was
tie it off
rusted,
to.
so I don't trust
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's rusted, so that's not a.
So I should specify, it's a rusted nail, yes, but it's thick. It's one of those big, thick nails. So
Oh, it's a big spike. Okay,
yeah, it's more like a
it's big,
spike than like a
fencing
little
spike.
nail. It's not like it'll snap.
Okay, well, I
It's
might
just-
trust that.
You
I'm
roll
going
for
to-
not getting tetanus when you tie it off to. I'm kidding. You don't have to do that.
Is it tetanus poison though? And aren't I resistant?
Oh, yeah,
poison?
that's
You
true.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it
Perfect.
disease? Is it poison or is it disease? So you're technically
That's a
immune to
good
poison,
question.
but you're not immune to disease. They are two different things.
That's true. I forget about that
This
a
is
lot.
true.
This is the
This is
rabbit trail.
true.
We all. How do you know you're a D&D
Right.
player? You question that distinction.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Corbin. It would be disease. Yeah. Because
Darn.
either way, I'm not gonna make y'all do that.
oh my
You
goodness!
guys
Tie
are-
off the string. We're going through the door.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to tie the string to the nail.
All right. Well, I mean, you can attempt to do so if you. I'm kidding. All right. You
Can I
tie it
just
off
get a
without.
gimme?
You tie it off without problems. Okay. You tie it off, and you're able to enter it. And inside, you find it's kind of like a small, almost like a small sheriff's office in like a classic Western. You know, you got the little desk right here. You got kind of a little case here with some weapons in it, some confiscated items right here, and over there, a little jail cell. Inside the jail cell, actually chained up to a wall, there is a what appears to be a marble sculpture of a human woman who is in the process of shouting at someone, or appears to be.
Raleigh is just going to sigh. Is there any chance that this is your friend?
A small white-haired gnome will pop her head in and say, "Oh, no, don't worry, that's not him."
And who might she be?
She's gonna kind of walk in. She's gonna go, "My, that's a face I haven't seen in a long time. I think she was one of the 12 a few thousand years back." The everyone make a history check for me.
I'm not very
Oh,
good.
that's not good.
Nope.
Uh-oh. I am bad at history,
Can I say
but
I
a
guidance to
19 is
myself?
pretty okay.
Or can I guidance someone else? Who hasn't
I
rolled
mean,
yet? Who hasn't
yeah,
rolled
what?
yet?
I already
Slap
rolled.
someone on the back.
I slap Naz on the back. You got guidance, girl. Go for it. Or not Naz, Callista. Please remember, because I don't.
What?
You get an extra D4. Guidance
Oh,
is a
okay.
cantrip, so I'm going to be throwing it out a lot tonight because it's
lot.
very helpful.
Yep.
Okay,
It
so
really is.
I add both the D4 and the my roll.
So roll your
roll.
roll and then
Yes.
add that D4 that you roll. Yes.
Okay, so 18.
Anytime you hear me yell guidance to whoever it's yelled at, they get to add that.
Perfect. So 18.
Oh, nice. All right.
Nice. You guys rolled well.
Callista, you actually are familiar with it as one of your people. A Triton was a member of the 12 a couple thousand years back. So every 2,000 years, there's an attempted incursion where the planes of hell will send two archdevils together in a team to attempt to breach into the mortal plane, and they target a different continent every 2,000 years and attempt to thousands of years ago. It's been several thousand years since this has really been an issue, actually. A few thousand years back, to seal off these methods of opening portals for good. There's no entire way to know for certain, but they believe that they did. And powerful warriors chosen by the gods every 2,000 years to defend the mortal world against the hollow. So the mention of her being a member of the 12 means she must have been a warrior of great renown at some point. That being said, it's been thousands of years since your continent has been targeted by one of these incursions. So she's been down here for a very long time.
Can I ask an out of character question?
Yes. Fire away.
Did you say she was a marble statue of her, or is this her?
It is a marble sculpture of her.
Okay.
Can I?
Because she got petrified.
Yeah. Can I approach the statue and study it? Does it look? I mean, I'm trying to confirm that it's petrified.
You can make an
I can make a what?
you can make an investigation check. Yes.
I'm so good at these, guys. I'm gonna guide myself because I am not.
You're like, okay, I got this.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay. I rolled a natural 16 on the dice, so that's 17 plus 2, so 19.
There we go. All right. 19. So with an investigation, you would notice two things. One, with the amount of detail here, this is definitely the warrior herself. It's something petrified her at some point. Another thing you would note is you've never seen marble before. There's various gray shades of stone, but never marble. This is new to you, at least. Either that, well, not necessarily new, but more like something very, very ancient that hasn't been seen in any of your lifetimes.
Would I know if greater restoration would work on it? Normally it does, so
you wouldn't have any way to tell. Now, you could perhaps ask one of the older adventurers in the party, and they might have a clue, but that's
I'm
really
an
all
elf.
you have
I'm
to go on
old.
this. How old?
In my head, she
10,000
was
plus
at.
years
old
Oh
old.
yeah, no, she's at least maybe 200.
Yeah.
250.
No, the specific instance they were referring to happened almost 17,000 years ago at this point.
Whoa.
It is ancient history.
So this would not be the Attican cataclysm, I believe it is.
Actually, at that point, it probably would be.
Ooh.
I don't know
Yes.
what that means.
I do.
Reference to an old campaign he used to be in.
Got it.
God, I
Raleigh,
love that campaign.
Raleigh's just going to speak up. Does anyone know if it would be worth trying to revive them? I'm more than willing if it would help.
The gnome is going to shake her head. She's like, "You see that?" She's gonna kind of walk up and kind of point to the white sheen, and
Yes.
you can't get marble with just a plain magic. This is something ancient, something evil, and our modern magic doesn't have any match for this. You'd need a wish spell to restore someone in this state. Save your spell slots. There may yet be others that can be saved.
And let's make sure she does not come to harm before we can help her.
I think we can do that, yeah. What would you suggest?
We reach out the door, at the very least. If not other protections, I don't have a gift in that. But if anyone else does, I don't like the idea of her staying here for another 1,000 years.
I think that's a good idea. All right. I will mention to the others. And
Has anyone found anything else of interest in the desk or anything? Or can we?
yes,
this
so have
room?
any of you kind of looked around at the weapons and stuff that are over on the desk or in the weapons case?
Can I do an can I do an investigation?
You may. You all may. Everyone do an investigation. I'm actually gonna let Raleigh have the one you just rolled.
Oh,
Huh?
no, that's an 11.
Raleigh's roll.
I was going to say Raleigh would stand out because she would have been investigating the statue.
Okay.
She would have been
Okay, fair
very
enough.
focused out. Let them, yeah. She
them
would
do
have
it,
been
alright.
focused on the statue and studying that. That's very
Makes
intriguing.
sense.
I
That
got the
makes sense.
26.
Dang!
Hey, there we go.
You already have mastered the hardest part of D&D, in my opinion.
Right?
Making sure you know how to roll your stats.
All right, Queenie, what do you have? Yeah, well done. Well done, Naz.
Investigation.
Yep.
14.
14. Nice.
There you go.
Okay, so Queenie, you got the 26.
Yeah,
Naz,
Queenie
you
nailed
got the
it.
14. And then, all right, Guitar Guy, you got the 11. All right,
Wait.
so
Real fast, who's our investigators here? Because, dear God, Queenie, that was insane. So,
That's me. I
Queenie,
got a 9 on
Queenie
it.
got 26. Naz got a 14. So you two both did pretty well. So we'll start with you, Naz. As you go up, do you want to go up to the desk or the weapons case?
Weapons.
All right, you walk up and you see this battle axe that is almost appears to be glowing. And if you want, you can take it.
I feel like this is a trap. Can I say
It's
that?
not.
It's not?
No, it's not. Don't worry.
Is he allowed to trick me?
No, he is.
He's allowed to trick me? How do I know if he's
He's
tricking
such
me?
a not nice person. Right?
Excuse me.
You can, just for meta reasons, you can have other people or yourself investigate it further. You could
Yeah.
assess it for whether or not it's magical, if there's people who can detect magic, things like that. You can
It is
ask for help.
glowing. So it's
But
something.
also, you sound like your character is very rash and just does what she wants. So if she just wants to grab it, go to town.
That's true, but then that's probably a bad idea. That's true. We're in
No,
character.
There's
so-
no bad ideas. It all just tells a good story.
Yeah. Yeah. No bad ideas.
If we die, we
It's-
die. That's the fun of it.
It's true. It's true.
Mm.
That's the fun of one shots, and you get the. That's the fun thing about level 21 shots, especially, is there's so much that can happen.
In campaigns, you tend to allow for the character growth more. In one shots, you kind of just go big or go home.
You should've just
So
Character
you lean
grab
into
herself.
whatever the faults and the strengths of your characters are, and you
Right.
just kind of go with it. So you do you. Is Queenie going with? Sorry, not Queenie. Morgana. Is Morgana going with to the weapons, or did you go the other way to look at the other thing?
I want to look at the desk to see if there's anything like hidden in the desk.
Then you don't even have the backup of somebody to stop you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she's unsupervised,
Oh, yep.
looking at
Melissa's
cursed
unsupervised.
items.
No, she's not
Goodness.
unsupervised. The cat just knocked shit over.
Yeah, she'll probably grab it.
Grab it. All right. So you grab it. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Although it steadily starts to grow brighter and brighter and brighter until it's practically acting like a lantern. It's glowing so bright. And at that moment, you hear shouts out in the hallway as swords clash.
Well,
Only happens for a second, and then it goes quiet again. And as soon as it goes quiet, the glow stops. You now have a battle axe of warning, which glows anytime enemies are near.
oh.
Was about to make a joke of, you don't touch stuff that glows.
Mark, are you gonna add that to her?
Yeah, I'm gonna add it to your inventory for you, so you don't have to worry about it. I am
There's
trying
gotta
to make
be
this simple for you.
something.
Don't worry.
Just make sure you're wielding it so you can use it. It's
Yeah.
very nice. You can't be surprised.
It is nice.
I have a
Yep.
sphere of that.
They cannot surprise you. Let's see here.
No surprise attacks. Just
Yep.
attack.
Now for all right, so you're looking in the desk, you said.
Yes.
All right.
Find paper and one pencil.
Oh no, we're writing an
Magical. We're
essay.
going to scroll down.
Write a 5,000 word essay before the stream ends.
Oh no.
Dude, don't tempt me. I am killer at that. Grad school twice now I can pump those papers out. If you're my professor watching me, please don't mark me down for that. Actually, I've been writing about D&D in my conflict management human
Really?
development class right now, like about how
Yeah.
character bleed functions in D&D and about how,
That
you
makes
know,
sense.
how you can use mediation and conflict management within D&D,
I like
and
that.
especially between player versus character and how that all works. Interesting.
I like that. I like that.
Anyway, what we found in the
All
desk.
right. Okay, well, that's where it's not coming up in the inventory. Okay, tell you what, I'll give you a battle axe +1 in your inventory, and it'll just be a bonus feature that it glows. I don't know why it's not popping up under here. It was there a minute ago, and then now it's not. Technology hates me. Oh, you know what it was? I bet you it was under like pains on D&D Beyond, and sometimes stuff pops up that I don't actually have the ability to give to my players, but I have like in my inventory because I'm in other D&D DM's campaigns. That's probably what that is. Just need to buckle down by all
That
source
would make
books.
sense.
So, Queenie, you go up to the desk and you open it up. And inside, you find 2 flawless rubies.
Ooh.
And along with it, if it'll load, you notice there's a hidden compartment there. There's something hidden back there, and you're able to kind of tap it, and it loosens and kind of slides out. And inside there are 2 potions. One appears to be something, it's marked with a skull, so probably poison. The other one is obviously a potion of health. And the last item is rather curious. Do an investigation check for me, or an arcana check, whichever you're better at.
Also, can someone do an investigation check on the potion with the
24.
label of the skull to make sure it's not a llama?
To investigation check on the what?
On the potion with the skull on the label to make sure it's not a rolled down llama.
Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of Kronk jokes tonight. I'm sorry to our viewers, but I'm also not. Just
Very
roll with
funny.
it. Just know it's a Kronk joke everywhere. I need to watch Emperor's New Groove.
The poison to kill Cusco. Cusco's
The
poison. The
poison-
poison we're going to
the
use to kill
poison.
Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Poison.
Right.
You have not lived until you've seen an
Oh my
8-year-old do a
gosh.
perfect impression of that, and I've yet to be able
I
to get it
bet.
on camera. But
I
he is
wish I
phenomenal at
could
it.
see that.
When my nephew goes full out on it, it's amazing. But every time I bring up the camera to try to record him, he gets shy. He won't do it, and I'm like,
Oh,
"We go viral, child."
Llama. He's supposed to be dead.
Dad,
yes.
why is this such a good film?
Because it is. It's just.
We're
it's
just
the
having a
Emperor's
good
New Groove.
time.
And it's really not the good guys that are good; it's the villain. As we digress,
It's
we have another item that we are.
now you know this is good fun though. This is good.
Can I be the one to? No, I probably don't know it exists because I got a poopy 11.
You're about
I'm
to
staring at a
find your
statue.
thing though.
Ooh.
All right.
Surprise, it's a chair, that's a
what'd
mimic.
you roll? What'd you roll?
Hey, they got
24.
good loot.
A 20 for the Arcana investigation.
The investigation was 24. That was
24. All right, nice. All right. So what you have here. Where is that?
I'm always worried when
All right.
DM starts throwing extra magical loot at us early on. We're gonna die.
I mean,
It's like in Skyrim when you find a room with a bunch of potions and
And you know
arrows and
something's
stuff, and you're like,
wrong,
"Oh
yeah.
crap,
You know that's
always
fair.
the case.
I'm in danger."
All right, you have in here. It appears at first just to be a regular deck of cards.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
No.
I almost did
no.
a magic
No,
item that would be totally awful, and it almost did a wish ring, and I didn't because I wasn't going to be a jerk. And you're going to do this?
No.
Naz, go look up deck of many things.
It
Just
is-
go look it up.
What is that?
No.
Am I supposed to know what that is?
It is a
Can it just be a flashcards
It's a
instead?
deck of illusions. If it's a deck of illusions, we have a lot of fun. It's not a
Can it
deck of
just be a
illusions. We're screwed.
Can it just be
Hang
a deck of flashcards for
flashcards.
learning spells?
Yes, you have a deck of flashcards.
Yes.
you have
What
found-
is it?
All right, you have found indeed a deck of illusions.
Sad.
Oh, thank God.
Trying to figure
I
out what that
know
is.
I'm adding it to
praise.
your inventory for
It's
you.
fun. It's fun. I have a fighter who has it, and she gets in a
Praise
lot of trouble, but it's great fun.
Jeebus.
It's actually saved them from a big battle once because she drew like an illusionary Balrog or something insane.
That'll help. With your 24 though, you notice that there's something tied to the back, however,
Crap.
with a thin piece of leather. As you turn it over, with that, you're able to recognize this as a ring of elemental air command.
Ooh.
Elemental air coming?
Elemental air command.
Command.
Yeah, elemental air command. It gives you a few spells: chain lightning, gust of wind, wind wall. Gives you resistance to lightning damage, flying speed, which won't do you much good down here, and the ability to cast dominate monster on air elementals. Should you ever run into those, either at this point or in the future.
I feel like that's gonna surprise Tool. It's gonna help me later.
Potentially,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So
That's
guitar guy,
sick.
you go
I-
over to your half.
I just found a stone statue, guys.
Like, can I say
Haha,
that?
it's an unpinned grenade.
oh, I got something way better for you, bud. You're checking. I presume that she has the desk and
balls.
she has the weapon rack. You're going for the confiscated items chest.
Maybe I will find an unpinned grenade.
All right. So as you open that up, you hear, "Can I have some of your food?
No.
Can I have some of your food?" And looking down inside, you find a wonderful little magical item called a talking doll, just staring at you, repeating, "Can I have some of your food?" on loop.
That's creepy.
Honey, call the police.
I've seen
I
this
don't like
movie. It
it.
doesn't end well.
Is the doll have red hair and a red and black striped shirt and is holding a knife?
Or blonde hair and in a wedding dress. Either way
Either
kind
way.
of works.
No,
Talking
no,
about
luckily not. Luckily not.
You know Halloween was
Can
last
we
month,
revisit
right?
the? Can we revisit the unpinned grenade? I think I'd prefer that.
So, for those of you who don't know, a talking doll is a magical item which the owner can spend short rests teaching phrases to, similarly as you would a parrot. And anytime someone was within 5 feet of the doll, and I think in its line of vision, the doll can and will just start repeating one or
I didn't hear the last part at all.
Yeah, I also did not catch the
All right, cut
last
out.
part. But
Anytime someone is within 5 feet of the doll, I believe within the doll's vision, the doll will just start repeating the phrases that its owner taught to it. Kind of like when you walk down those aisles in the kid stores and the motion activated babies start to cry.
Dude, it's a Furby.
Basically, yes. Rex will like pick it up by one of its arms, and you'll just look at it for a second, and you'll say, "I think my ex-wife had one of these."
Is that why she's your ex-wife?
No, but it definitely didn't help.
It
her
would have been
cause.
enough. Just going to say it. It is completely understandable.
Well, also she was a lousy cook.
To be fair, the doll can be thrown out and cooking you could do. Never mind. And she's going to go back to studying the statue.
All right.
He goes, well, it wasn't that she was just bad. I think it was the time she tried to poison me that did it.
Oh, well, that would do it, I suppose, unless you were. Perhaps, never mind. Realizing this is an awkward conversation to have in the middle of this situation.
Yep. So while you guys
Is there
are doing
like a
that,
little like leather pouch or something in the confiscated items thing?
there are leather pouches. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna take one. And I'm just gonna kind of push the doll into one.
All right. Are you
And
keeping the doll?
then I'm just gonna close it, and I'm just gonna tuck it into a bucket for later.
I just want to see 200, 300 years from now when they find all these elves on a shelf and go, what
Oh
the
my
crap?
Gosh, yes, it's gonna freak someone out.
I had porcelain dolls, okay? Like, I get it. Like, when we moved and I got rid of them, my mom was like, do you want these? I was like, no. Really, no.
I mean,
They
I
can
kept-
freak someone else.
Fair.
Yeah.
I kept my American doll. I
Aw.
kept my American doll, my Samantha American doll. But the
That's
rest
good.
of them, I feel
Oh,
bad now. They
no.
probably would be worth money. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a collector of the amiibo.
I have my
Collector.
collector items over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Can I go?
so-
Can I go to the left door?
You can. As you do, she walks out and she pulls aside She looks like she's half tiefling. Half tiefling, half human. She kind of has a almost patchy human skin tone with a light purple skin tone, and she's got kind of chestnut brown hair that's fading into gray. And the gnome pulls her aside, and they kind of whisper in hushed tones for a minute, and then she leads her into the room with the talking doll and the statue in there. And you
No,
hear
I took the talking doll. I have a plan for that.
Oh Lord.
Oh God.
fun. And you do hear some rather tense conversing coming from in that room.
I'm gonna go to the left door and start looking at it.
All right. As you cross the hall, you see a couple of your fellow adventurers lie dead or wounded on the floor, and several guards do as well.
Wounded or dead? Difference.
One appears to be dead, one unconscious, and two wounded.
I will go ahead. Okay. This is what really? We have no other healers? Come
There
on,
are other
please.
healers working on it right now.
Are
The-
they
the
really
dead
that
one-
bad?
No, the dead one is decapitated.
No, I'm not talking about the dead one. I'm talking
Oh.
about the other ones who are like moaning on the ground.
Oh, no. They currently have healers working on them right now. Sorry, I didn't specify that. Yeah, the party's healers are currently tending to them. They are being tended to.
Okay,
They're
then
not-
the
yeah.
unconscious one, there is one that's unconscious, right?
Yeah, there's what appears to be either a cleric or perhaps an apprentice wizard bent over and making a medicine check to stabilize them.
I will go ahead and just cast Spare the Dying on that one so
Oh.
that it's a cantrip, so it's not gonna
All right.
lose me anything.
Oh,
Perfect,
Spare
yeah.
the Dying
Smart for
and
some stats then, too.
The young wizard looks up and just kind of like great nods thankfully.
bind his wounds, and if there's anything wrong with his head, don't move him until you have a healer see him, please.
Of course, thank you. I'll get on that.
Yes. I can't do anything for that one. And she looks at the decapitated one.
No, I thought not. I figured that might be a little bit beyond our purview.
Unfortunately. Do I see any dead bodies of not our group?
There are 5 dead Yuan Ti guards there.
Well, I believe we've been noticed. I will lean in the door and say to my party, I believe there are those that are aware of our presence. If we're going to search this other room, we should be quick about it. Anyone? What the hell is that? And I look at the doll, like, as he's shoving it into the bag.
I have a plan. I just don't know what it is yet.
Does this plan involve us getting killed?
No. In fact, it is a simple 2-step plan that will solve all our problems.
I've yet to think. Never mind. There's another door if we want to check it. There's also whether.
Good idea. Perhaps
a
we
few
can find
dead.
something useful.
Did anyone find anything useful? I
found a couple things useful. Actually, I'd like to give you. Can I give her a potion of healing that she can have in her inventory? Can I give her the one I found?
Yeah, you can do that.
I like to give our druid cleric our potion of healing, seeing that we need her alive.
That's fair, but you do realize I can just do this myself.
Anything to help you will help the rest of us. The more you have, the better for us.
Fair enough. All right. I'll stick it like I'm putting it in my pouch and just kind of insight check, actually.
Huh.
I'm giving the healer a healing potion.
Yeah, can we double check that real quick?
You're gonna stab me in the back or something?
I
I'm really
told
good
you
at
we
this,
found the
and I
traitor.
rolled really low. 17.
You going
You're
for 2
really
weeks in a
lucky.
row, Queenie?
Ah,
17.
no.
17.
I
All
knew
right.
it.
If you're up to something, roll deception.
I'm really
Is she?
not.
I'm assuming she's trying to hide the other items she found. Is that correct?
Yes, but that's like the main item though. So I guess deception because I am trying to hide everything else.
Okay,
You
yeah, that would
found
be-
a amazing ring, which I will argue makes sense for you. I'm not going to argue that point meta wise, but
You
And
can
you also found
roll
poison.
deception to try and hide those.
Okay.
We have been decepted.
Oh, we don't bring up last session, okay? I got a 23.
ooh, you did good.
Okay.
Jesus.
I rolled
You-
really bad.
Yeah, you feel like something's up, but you don't have any proof.
All right,
Um,
I'll take the
while you're-
potion.
While you're in there, you do see the
It's cyanide.
It said,
while
drink
you're
the
in there,
potion.
you do see the tiefling talking over by the statue of the ancient warrior. She seems a little bit oddly emotional for a fighter of her caliber.
Sure. I will point towards the door that I was going to go in. I'm not the investigator, so somebody else have at thee.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to
Yeah.
the tiefling that's upset. Is everything all right? I thought we were going to wait until things were handled to deal with the situation.
We are waiting. I'm sorry. She kind of composes herself. This is an answer I've waited much of my life for. My parents went missing when I was an infant, and we're pretty sure this is one of them. It
One
was a
of
very, very long time ago. I, of course, don't remember it. So we would have to get her up to the surface to be able to confirm that.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Nothing to do with push on now, right? So,
And come back to
oh, yes,
solve
yes,
this.
of course. I'm going to reset the trap. Don't you worry. I see the battle axe didn't swing. That's good.
The battle axe.
So,
Swing.
I forgot when you guys came in. So there was like a battle axe kind of rigged up to, if it had gone all the way through, it would have swung through the door at whoever was on the other side, trying to come in.
Well,
Oh, there's the
and-
pendulum of doom.
Yes, the
A little
pendulum
part
of
of-
doom.
A little part of me was worried it was rigged to blow up the statue, so that's good.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's just mean.
The
Um,
door's just hiding a guillotine.
Dude, you guys, I am used to some emotional damage, okay?
Oof.
Give me a break.
Fair enough. There is another, however, you guys would have noted when you came in, there was another wire kind of going into the wall beyond the battle axe. And that kind of looks loose, like it's been fully triggered. And that might have been
Brain
just from when it was lost
wave.
for a moment.
So part of
Can
the trap
I
was triggered?
attempt
What-
to-
Yes, so there was two parts of it. So it was first loose, something kind of cut loose in there, and that went into the wall and disappeared somewhere deeper into the tunnel system.
Oh,
And the
so
other
it
half,
might
which
have
he
alerted.
stopped, that might be what brought the guards.
Got it. Okay.
And so what he caught was to prevent the death blow
Axe.
part from coming.
Okay.
Brainwave. Can I attempt to get the axe?
Gonna reset the trap or we know?
You can
No,
try.
I just want
It's
the
kind
axe.
of high.
I thought we were gonna save the marble lady and
Yeah,
the
the axe is what
No,
would
you right.
protect.
You right. You right. You're right.
I
my
mean, you
bad.
do you, boo, but
so Naz and Queenie, while Rex is up there like jumping for the axe, and then was like,
No, he's gonna
you need
think.
that.
He's gonna think about for a second. Then just go, nah,
Okay,
not worth
okay.
it.
So Queenie, Naz, and Guitar Guy, are you guys all going across the hall then to investigate?
Well-
Investigate the other room.
Raleigh will follow them if that's where they're going.
Right. Is that what y'all are
the
doing?
room with all the dead bodies.
The what?
The room with all the dead bodies.
So the
No,
hallway has
the
dead
hallway
bodies.
has the bodies. Yeah. So
Oh,
there are
okay.
2 rooms on the left.
I'm down to
Uh,
go that room.
The rogues
Let
will
us
the
go.
rogue will kind of wave you and say, "I already checked it. These are clear. No traps.
The what?
The doors. There are no traps. So you can go on in if you want. I was going to go in, but I already went in that one there," and he kind of points to the door on the right. It's like, but I haven't had time to go check out the door on the left yet. The door on the right is kind of like a dining area. So there was some food and stuff in there, but I don't know what's here on the left. But neither one have any traps on the doors.
Can I check out the leftmost room, the one that they didn't go into yet?
Yeah. Do y'all want to check that one out?
Mhm.
All right.
Can I also double check the door real quick? Just
I was
to
gonna
make
say,
sure what he's
somebody
saying is
gonna
true?
You may
Insight
roll
check this?
investigation
I
to
was
double
like,
check the door, or insight to tell if the rogue is telling the truth.
I'll insight to tell if the
I will-
rogue is telling the truth. I'll do that for everybody.
I will investigation.
And I will give insight to you for the investigation. Or not insight, got blah, 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 blah. I rolled
Guidance.
terrible on insight. Guidance. There we go.
I don't think I need the D4, but I will take it.
Hey, it never hurts. I just rolled a 3, so I have a 14 on insight.
Ooh.
I have a 29 on that investigation.
Yeah, there are no traps. This door is clear.
Nothing personal, just gotta make sure.
So as you guys enter, you find it happens to be a medical room. The walls are pretty well lined with various sizes of healing potions
Oh, I start.
and medical kits and bandages and stuff like that.
I start just handing out.
Can
You
I
need
find-
3 of
can I search
these,
for,
you
like,
need
health
2 of
potions?
these, and we
Yeah,
are gonna
everyone can-
die. And we
Everyone
have
can get
trouble.
4 regular health potions and 1
Hell yes.
greater health potion.
What was the other
let me-
health potion that we found in the other room that I have also?
That was a regular one. All right.
Yeah,
Naz, you don't have to worry about it. I'm adding it to your inventory for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
And then it was 4 regular, and then
Yep, 4 regular potions of healing, and then
1 greater.
1 greater potion of healing.
We be screwed, guys. Naz, this is a bad sign when the DM is just handing this to us in the first hour. It is like,
Oh, good
oh
to
no.
All right, I do
I
want to
think-
double check. How early does everyone need to get to bed? In the next like half hour or so?
It's only 8 o'clock for me, so I'm fine.
It's really okay. You're definitely fine.
Yeah,
Although-
I'm Pacific
There's
time, so
also-
I'm fine.
So if the battle takes another hour, that would be okay.
Yeah.
right.
How do I add stuff to this?
I
Okay,
love
so
her. I love you so much. You're already like going advanced crab. Good God. Sorry, it's very frustrating when you're not when you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry.
it's
So
okay.
it was just to double check. It was
Oh.
4 normal potions of healing and 1 greater potion of healing.
Correct. So you're going to go under your inventory tab,
Yes.
and then if you look on the top right there, it has the button that says manage inventory. You click that and you can type healing into the search bar. And
Oh,
for you.
for the regular health potions, you're going to type potion of health because it's not, and then the other ones are all healing.
Right.
It's stupid.
Okay, so which did we get a potion of healing or no?
So we got 4 potions of healing. So type in healing and you'll see just regular potions of healing.
Okay.
They did fix it. I just
They
looked at
fixed
it.
it.
They
Yeah,
fixed it.
I was like, wait a minute.
It
it's
used to
now
be
potion of
so
healing.
annoying.
I know, right? It was like potion of health, and then it was like potion of healing. I'm like, why is it different? Why is it different? They fixed it.
Yeah. So just 4 regular
Ignore
potion of
outdated
healing, and
info.
you can see the little plus line. You can add the numbers.
Okay. And then the poison, do I just look that up too? Since
Yeah.
I'm
What
pretty sure-
what type of poison is it?
Yeah.
Does it have a little label on the bottom?
It does not have a label for what kind of poison it is. No.
Oh, so just make a note of you have a random poison.
This is essence of llama.
I want it to be Essence of Llama. My
You
friend
can
Rogue
just
has
add-
a whole Disney D&D little mini campaign, and it is the best thing ever.
God, that
You can
sounds
just
so fun.
add. Well, don't worry about it. Yeah, just make a note.
It's one
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
play time and time again because there's different paths you can take, and I would love to
Right.
play it a second time.
But there's so much cool Disney stuff.
He does it. It's great. It's just great. I will plug Rogue any day of the week.
Yeah, that's fair.
Other
He plays with us over on Lakeside Legends as our Caribou bard. Just not his name is Caribou. He is our bard rogue
That makes sense.
who is sus all the time.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Come hang with us on Saturday. That's when we stream. Saturday mornings. I don't know why I keep doing this.
That's okay. It's okay. It's important.
I'm just filling
to get the
space.
plugs.
It's like that uncomfortable silence. You're like, oh.
Right. That's a mood, though. That's a mood. All right. So let me see here.
Quick,
All right.
everyone,
Are you
like,
all
comment,
ready
and
to try
subscribe.
proceeding?
We're all gonna die, guys. I'm just saying. I'm gonna do my best.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mark, you literally asked, is it okay if the fight takes an hour? If we're just gonna get swarmed by
I mean, I just want to make sure
hordes of
y'all aren't
snake people?
exhausted,
I'm gonna be exhausted regardless because that's just my life.
That's
So-
me too, though. Teaching life
I
is always
decided
exhausting.
to take coffee as soon as I got out of work from teaching, and I was just like, I have a session. Coffee's fine. I'll be up for another 5 hours. Fine.
It's true. Perfect.
Come to Sneeple. The snake
Naz is
people.
just sitting there quietly going, well, what's sleep? All right.
All right, and let me share this with you guys real quick. So I'm putting under the player chat. There we go. All right, so
This is where we.
this is what you guys found. Found chained in the little prisoner cell.
Where'd you put it?
It's under the. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, you guys are all under the player only chat, right? Let's see.
The world as we know it.
And we feel sick.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna put it under the group chat that you guys are all in because that would definitely work better. Here we go. I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. Just for reference of what you found.
Oh, that's just even more heart-wrenching.
Oh,
We're looking at.
Good friend of mine drew that for a character.
I have a legendary.
Very good
axe, but
artist.
do I want to use it?
All right.
I'm really
So-
wishing I'd taken that ring of wishes.
Yeah.
I have a rule
I-
against taking those as magical items, and now I'm regretting it.
I have one.
Do you have a ring of wishes or the whatever I
Because
can't
it
think
was
of it.
like, wasn't it one take one legendary, right? And everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
else?
get one legendary.
Yeah, it's a legendary item. It's
I-
like the
I-
ring
I
of wishes
took-
or something like that.
I took one. I took the ring of 3 wishes.
So
Bruh.
I will
Roar.
say you may want to hold on to it for now.
I know. That's what I was
God.
thinking. It's like,
God.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm ready for this battle.
I
don't have
took it.
fantasy.
I was just like, I'm gonna take it.
Just keep it. We can do it
Um,
later.
Yep.
We know what we can do. And if you decide to
This
not
is,
be worried about riches and just decide to worry about somebody else, that would be great.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're motivated by money and your own
Yeah.
survival.
But we can character
Um,
development here. We're good
I
people.
mean, to be fair, the reason she gave the potion is for her to live. And who's to guarantee her live is the druid,
Is the healer.
is the healer.
That makes sense.
Side note, but whenever you use wish, always be careful what you wish for.
Oh,
I know.
word it
I read.
super carefully.
I read.
So, you guys are able to proceed farther down. I take it you guys are all done with where you are
Sure.
for now. For now, at least.
Could we take a short rest before we proceed?
You
Make sure all
do
our
get to
dudes are
take,
okay?
yeah, so you do have to take some time to patch up the wounded, wait until they kind of recover and stuff, and then move down. Down the hall.
Might be a good opportunity to teach a creepy doll to say some things.
You know, you can spend your short rest doing that if you want. You guys can recover a little bit, recuperate. It's been very strenuous so far. You've taken so much damage. Lost a beloved NPC, Jack No Name. I'm kidding. They are actually all named.
How
I
many
have them in
things
the
can
chat.
I teach?
You
Can I
can teach
teach
them
the
one
creepy doll to only say one thing?
one sentence per short rest.
Dang it!
Sentence.
An idea for two, but yes. Can I teach it a sentence and a sound?
A sentence and a sound.
That would be part of the sentence,
Yes.
technically, if you use a colon or a semicolon or an em dash. Don't mess with an English teacher. I will
You could.
totally rationalize any of it.
Oh my god,
You're
I'm back
big
in
braining
college.
this.
Back in college. English
Right.
course.
Whoever has the Twitch
Oh.
stream slightly on, I can hear myself, and that was the most evil cackle, and I love it and also hate it.
It was fabulous. Yeah, it was so fabulous. All right.
Wahaha.
Ooh.
So with the stabilized wounded party members now up on their feet, you guys proceed further down. Everyone make a stealth check for me, just because now you have to be
Crap.
cautious. You occasionally do see soldiers moving around looking for you, and so you guys often
Anyone
have to
have
take cover.
pass without a trace? Wait, I have pass without a trace.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Please, I have disadvantage.
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
got passive
stupider.
without a trace. I gotta find it. Hang on. It's there. Take it, and I'll burn the spell slot in a second.
What
I know.
Because I think that just makes it go from
So Naz,
disadvantage
pass
to
without a trace.
normal. I
Trace is
think.
a
No,
spell
you
that
just get a plus
boosts-
10.
Yeah, it gives you 10 points on
that'll
top of
help
whatever you roll
regardless.
for your stealth.
Okay.
So, is all of us doing that for plus 10? I'm confused.
We're rolling for stealth?
Stealth, yeah. So it's down near sleight of hand. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, crap. Okay, well,
Plus
that's a
10.
22 after. Come on.
Oh,
something
I
better.
rolled so
Well, I guess
bad.
I was just hoping for not worse. So I got 12 plus 10 is 22. So
I got a 15.
So everyone does the plus 10, right?
Yes, everybody gets the plus 10 as long as you're within 30 feet of me.
I have
So,
25.
So I got
24,
25
nice.
as well. So I got
we all did
35?
okay.
right.
Oh, plus 10, everyone?
Yep.
Yes.
So you add
Yeah,
10
everyone gets a
onto
plus
whatever
10.
your roll is. That's what her spell
Okay, so that's
does.
35?
So I got 35.
Okay.
Sunk into the shadows.
I feel like this is going to be really, really bad.
So, all right. What was the excuse me? What was the lowest roll?
I rolled a 15. I
mine
think
would-
I had the lowest.
Wait, did you get the plus 10?
I rolled a. Oh, wait. What is it? Stealth? Oh, no, it's 18.
Okay.
I forgot to add my modifier.
Okay.
You all pass. You all pass. You're safe. You manage to duck for cover every time you see another group of Yuan-Ti guards. They almost seem occultic with the way they dress and stuff. And
Lovely.
as you move deeper in, Anyone want to give me an investigation? Not an investigation check. A perception check.
Yes,
I will.
please. I do.
I'm
All right,
perceptive.
Queenie and Raleigh, you can both give perception checks.
I just rolled terribly. I told you guys I'm gonna roll that one nat 20 and it's downhill from there.
I got a 28.
That's a dirty
Okay.
20.
Dirty 20 is a bad roll for you?
I have a plus 11 to perception.
Oh, okay.
So
Fair enough.
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay. You guys are able to locate.
I should hear the ants crawling through the walls.
Fair enough. Yeah, you guys are able to, with some difficulty on Raleigh's part, locate all the traps as you go along. You kind of deviate down a different path. Pelmar's leading you down a different path that's a little bit less trodden than the other one. And so basically you kind of get to this fork where it kind of like there's kind of a more common path and you hear more footsteps down there, and then there's a door here. One of the rogues kind of picks the door. One of the wizards dispels some magic on the door, and you guys are all ushered to quickly and quietly go in. With that stealth, you all slip inside undetected currently. And the door is shut and locked behind you. As you go deeper into this one, there are more cobwebs. It's a bit more musty in here. There are no torches or anything to light the place. A couple of wizards do cast light, so you guys do have a bright light around you so you can see where you're going. You're able to find a number of traps along the main hallway. There weren't any traps, but down here there are a few traps as you go down. Raleigh, you do almost stumble into one, but you catch yourself and are able to point it out. For the rogues come forward and they do their part in disarming it. And the ones that are wards and stuff, the wizards come forward and they disarm it, and they continue moving you forward in a very methodical and organized method. Until you come to a large open room. Would everyone like to make a perception check for me?
Yes.
Yes. Jeez, I could not roll well to save my life. 19.
Well, you may have to roll well soon to save your life.
Fair.
Marco, you're
I'm
not
not.
jokes, man.
I'm sorry.
Literally,
that was a mean
made.
joke.
I rolled my one nat 20. I've rolled single digits ever since then.
Wow.
But like, they're not horrible though.
No, but that's because I've got a plus 11.
Valid.
I'm really good at
Valid.
perception and insight. Those are the two things I have a finite limit of skills.
Fair enough. All right. Excuse me. All right, let me.
The friend I sent the stream to is messaging me about it. They said it's far more professional than they were expecting.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that because it was very unprofessional
Wow.
at the beginning here. Thanks to the friend.
We tried.
They're gonna message me about that. I know it.
Far more professional than they were expecting. Ouch.
Right.
Dagger in my back.
Whoa, I want to know what we're perceptioning right now because I'm afraid.
All right. You hear the voice of Ungoliant. No, I'm kidding. We're not going Lothers here.
I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Y'all deal with this one.
All right. So as you come into here, I'm waiting for it to load so I can share it here. Okay. In this room, it appears this looks like this was once a nice dining area. It's long since been abandoned. There are some skeletons strewn about, and there are a number of skeletons just kind of strewn about. And in various states of surprise or combat, there are 9 more marble sculptures in here. And there are maybe 2.5 to 3 dozen skeletons scattered around, rusted. Well, not really rusted because this is a protected cave. So just kind of armor and weapons just lying haphazardly along the dusty floor.
Can I investigate, see if there's any traps down here? And
You
then
may do
also
so.
check skeletons.
You may do so.
And then check the skeletons to see if there's anything cool on them.
Yes, you may definitely do that.
No, 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 no. Crap. That's a poopy nat 1.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Balls. Well, sorry, gang. I've doomed us all.
Actually not. Actually, the dooming was done last week. Thank you, Queenie.
Damn it, Queenie.
I made a mistake.
Hey, a mistake to play your character as your character would behave.
Oh, hey, look, there's a consequence for your action. It's coming for us.
Oh, look, there's the consequence.
Hey, we
Oh,
just
look,
have to
there's the
rest of our cards
consequences
right.
of our action.
So
What is that TikTok?
right, right. So Rex moves
Oh,
forward
here
at the
comes a
very front.
consequence.
Yeah. Rex moves to the very front and he's like, he kind of is looking around, kind of checking for traps. And right as you get to the entrance of the room, there's a sudden blast of electricity and you go flying back. You do
Why
knock
couldn't it have
over.
been fire? I was
you knock
fire.
over one of the wizards and she shrieks in surprise. A couple of young Azamars who appear to be sisters kind of like almost like flutter their wings a bit in startled annoyance. Well, not really annoyance, but just kind of shock. Like, okay.
That could've gone
Gigi,
better.
you need to take 35 points of lightning damage.
Jesus!
My God,
That was
pussy
That's
pepper.
rude.
And our
That was a
hurting
big boom.
friends.
And that's
You guys-
only against him.
Yeah, he walked out in front of everyone else. A couple of the NPCs did take some bludgeoning damage from him landing on them, but other than that,
He's a
everyone
big
else is
guy.
relatively okay. Yeah.
That could have
The
gone better.
the statues wobble a bit, but nothing falls over.
Just a thought. Perhaps don't go first.
I thought I might be able to see something, but I guess I was just a bit
Uh,
careless.
Perhaps you might use one of those potions that you got. No offense, but I don't heal stupidity. So sorry.
He goes, yes. And when we find an intelligent healer, I'll be sure to let them know about it.
Oh, fair enough. And you keep talking to that doll of yours. Maybe they'll heal you. And I'm gonna move over and maybe just help the others up that got knocked down.
All right.
He's like, this will come in help. I'm
And-
sure of it.
While he's not paying attention, I'm gonna go ahead and cast aid because that was the buff I was looking for earlier. That
Ah.
adds to each of you, you get another 5 hit points to your maximum, and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. I don't really, that's a weird reading of that. So I guess your hit points go up by 5. It's a weird reading. Like each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5. So you gain 5 to your maximum hit points over what you had. So you got a plus 13. Now you've got a plus 18. And you guitar guy got 5 points of healing because that's all.
You know what? That's good for me. I'll take that.
So you'll
also
feel
gonna-
as she walks away, you'll feel just this moment of, as you open the potion, I assume you're going to take moment of
Less.
just
I
a
am
little
going to
bit
take
less.
one of those health potions too. Are we doing the roll for the health potion, or is it
No,
the
it's just
max
max
possible
with health
per
potions.
potion?
Because it's not like you're performing a spell. you're drinking the potion, and
Yes.
it's just there's that much medication in there,
So
basically.
I get.
So I don't make you roll for that.
10 health back.
Naz,
Thank you.
as Callista stands there, the young half orc kind of chuckles and nudges you and goes, "Okay, that was kind of funny though, wasn't it?"
Yeah. Well, I'm no mathematician, but there was one statue over there, and now there's 9 in here, and there was 12. Well, we should be seeing an extra. Well, it's like, I don't know, a few more.
I'm not a mathematician either, but that does add up. This could be all of them.
I don't think so. There's at least 3 missing, I think.
Oh,
We should find them.
yeah. We should definitely do that. I wonder what could have taken them down then. So as you guys go in, so I'll post in the chat. So there's one slender, taller, slender woman who is kind of sword drawn and kind of reaching towards another one who appears to have been grabbed and kind of spun around from behind. There is actually, when you first come around the corner, there's just a Minotaur standing there glaring down the hallway, axe in hand. And a little bit behind him is a spindly little guy with a number of scars, it might have been, all over his face and body. And then
What kind of scars would I recognize what has caused the injury?
you can make an investigation check.
And a medicine check?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you know what? You can make a medicine check.
Okay.
Yes. I'll allow that.
Natural 20 on the most.
Natural 20,
There's a
okay.
25.
You know for a
There's a
certainty-
25. There, guys, either it's good or it's meh.
There you go. You know for a certainty, this guy was experimented on at some point in his life.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's not fun.
Or perhaps whipped as well. These look like they could be whiplashes as well. Across the face is rather unusual. A good guess was that they may have been part of a cult at one point. Probably broke free or tried to break free. But yeah, definitely kind of a mixture of lab experiment slash whipped and beaten for some reason. Deeper, a little bit deeper in, you have 4 more that seem poised and ready for battle in various ways. A tiefling and 3 elves. To their left is kind of backed into a corner is one last elf who appears to be trying to reason with someone. So Rex, with the nat 1, you're a little bit dazed, and you do forget to look around for good weapons and armor and stuff.
Oh, come on!
Um,
God damn it.
Would I know anything about a creature that could cause this kind of mass petrification that's not, I mean, I know it's old, but would I know of any stories
roll a
from
religion
the
check
elders?
for me.
Okay.
And
Oh,
since you're a druid cleric,
Oh.
roll it with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I think out of character. I know what this is because I think
Oh,
you used it.
out
in
of character, I'm
DA.
99% sure I know what this is.
Maybe.
I'm
That's
certain
not
I know
good.
what this
That's
is.
not great either. I rolled a nat 1
Ugh.
and a nat 6 with religion, so that's a 13.
Crap.
Okay.
13. Now I
You're
rolled
not-
with advantage, so
You're not quite sure what could have done this. There are
Okay.
numerous rumors, but no one's ever seen this. This hasn't been heard of, at least not on your continent,
okay.
for almost 20,000 years. So there's not really any surviving books that detail such accounts at this point.
Okay.
Um,
Is there any thing around that looks like there are animals nearby?
no signs of animals. No, the party seem to have come in here on foot. And by the
No,
layers of
I meant like rodents. Like I'm saying any kind of
rodents.
creatures.
Oh,
Some spooters, maybe.
yeah. There are some holes that rats seem to have made use of, scurrying in and out of.
Okay. I'm gonna just keep my eye out for any creatures that I could potentially communicate with.
DM. My
Yes.
friend would like me to tell you that they like your shirt. They think it's quite summery.
Oh, thank you. Yes. I got it because it matches a dress that my wife has, which it's a LBD, a little black dress, but it has lemons on it. So I got a matching.
Well, that sounds
shirt.
adorable.
I love it.
Also,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm dazed, so I wouldn't be able to like see if there's anything around. Damn it!
If I see any animals.
Being dazed would kind of have worn off at this point. Queenie and Naz, would you like to investigate the room at all? Or is there anything you would like particularly look for, or just kind of hang out?
Yes, I
Look
can
for
investigate.
weapons.
I I guess I'll investigate the room to see if there's anything in it. For weapons, I
Alright.
guess. Oh.
While she's doing that, can I please check out the skeletons, see if there's anything worthwhile on them?
You can now do that, yes.
Oh yes, finally.
All right, so everyone roll your respective investigation.
Hiya!
I got the
Ooh,
24.
24.
Nice.
Can I look at the ceiling?
You may do that, yes.
What do I use?
Investigation for that.
Okay.
Investigation would be like actively searching for something specific. Perception is just kind of generally looking.
Okay.
Two big differences. I've started using charisma checks, investigation checks in like normal dialogue in my life. It's kind of funny. I was at my cousin's house the other day, and her 2-year-old was outside and would not come in. And she was like, "Well, you can try and get her to come in." And she's never played D&D, so she didn't get it. But I just reflexively went, "Don't worry, I have a fairly high charisma. I'll see if I can bring her in." And I was like, "Oh, well, she didn't get that." But I thought it was funny.
I love that.
It did not work. I nat
love-
one on
I
that.
love
She
when-
instead stuck her hands in a pot full of murky water and splashed me.
I love when muggles don't understand what we're talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Ah yes, the non-magique.
What did everyone roll?
I got a 24.
Oh, not bad.
2.
A 2? Okay.
Oh no. Wait, how could you roll a 2 with your investigation?
My intelligence is 0.
Oh yeah.
That is fair. That means
Yes.
you've got
Sealed.
normal intelligence. That's
Yes.
all.
Callista
Okay.
is a
Okay.
Callista is a nice friendly jock.
Yes.
Very
As
tough.
the old expression goes,
Yeah.
3 minus 3
You know
equals
what?
0.
Actually, we worked on character art for her, so I can put that in the chat real quick if you want me to, Nez.
Oh, I didn't even read it. I didn't know we had that.
Well, I can play in real quick. Hang on, I have it right here. Just so you guys know what. There we go. This
I
is
haven't
our
read
friendly
this yet.
Triton for you players. So for people watching, she's a tall, very
Oh, okay.
broad-shouldered and muscular, kind of almost a swimmer's build Triton with light blue skin, kind of pastel green
Love
eyes, and short cut pink hair, peach colored hair, and she wields a large dark trident with light brown leather armor. All right, so Naz, with the 2, you're kind of looking at the ceiling. It's kind of dark, a little bit little bit darker than even the deep waters that you're used to, and can't really make anything out up there. I'm sure it's fine. Queenie, what did you roll again?
24.
All right. With a 24, and you were searching for what again?
Weapons. Anything
Weapons.
used?
Anything of use. It seems like they've been pretty well picked clean. That being said, you do find even the adventurers. There are a few chipped places in the stonework that it appears like a magical weapon or item might have been wrested from them at some point. But with that, with the 24, you do find tucked underneath the leather armor of one of the skeletons is a dagger of venom that also poisons its target. So I'll go ahead and add that to your inventory for you, for Morgana. And Gigi, you find 2 daggers. One is
Normal daggers?
No. One is another dagger of venom, wielded by a different skeleton.
Okay.
What appears to be an obsidian dagger.
Oh.
Wielded by a what appears to be a dragonborn skeleton. And each of these daggers were hidden, which is why they were not originally picked clean.
When I take the dagger from the dragonborn skeleton, I will, or Rex will put a head or a hand on top of the skeleton, and he will say, "What is it? It's It is Ok Dal Z, which is guide the spirit."
I like it. All right. Excuse me. So, as you guys are kind of looking around, your boss, Pelmar, kind of goes over to the left, and you see what looks like to be kind of a walled up doorway. And he and a couple of others begin kind of removing the stones from the wall, the door. And while you guys have been investigating and doing this stuff, they've been steadily removing more of the rubble that's blocking the door. Although it appears more like someone stacked this debris here to intentionally plug up the door. And they finally get it down to where they can kind of step up and over it. And through there, you all see 5 more marble sculptures. 3 are facing inward like they had just entered the room. 2 are facing outward as if they had already been in the room. Would any of you like to go in there with your boss, or would you like to watch from outside?
I really don't want to take any more unnecessary damage if there's booby traps.
With those figures, Raleigh will take at least one step into the room with. She'll let the boss go first, though.
All right. The boss will go first, and he'll go in with a wizard and a rogue on either side of him. They'll be checking for traps and spells and stuff, which they don't seem to find any. It appears that whatever plugged this up was quite confident that no one could get down here. And he walks around. So Raleigh's going in as well?
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you are watching from the outside there, or
Calista will go in.
you'll go into? All right.
Yeah,
All right. So
Rex
you
will
two
stay
are
outside.
Yeah, y'all are stay outside searching for treasure, stuff like that. All right. So Callista and Raleigh, as you guys enter, the 3 statues facing inward appear to be royalty. One with a small crown on her head, even. The other two just finely dressed. Two wheeled crossbows, and one has a sheathed rapier. She is looking directly at one of the two sculptures ahead of her, and she has a hand raised with the other hand kind of reaching up towards it, and on it is a single, perfectly preserved. It's not marble. Ring. This is the magical ring that he said he was after, and so this is what you find. The two with the crossbows appear to be early 20s, perhaps at best, and the one half elf appears to be mid-late teens. And your boss, Pelmar, walks up to her and kind of puts a hand on her hand and says, "I am sorry, but we will come back. I need to do this." And he slips the ring off her finger and walks over to the other two. The other two being an Azamar and another half elf. And as he approaches, he takes a deep breath and he sighs and he says, "It's been a long time, friend. I think it's time for you to come home." What?
I want to insight check him.
Insight check him?
Is
Go
he
for
about
it.
Is he about to turn on us?
You may insight check.
I like how it doesn't confirm or deny. It just says, "Yeah, do the roll."
That is how I roll. I will not confirm or deny. I will let you do the roll.
23.
23. All right. You've been adventuring for a while at this point, I'd imagine, right?
Off and on.
Yeah.
I
I've
don't
also
like where this is going.
helped a lot of people because nature of my class
Right.
and my people.
The tone in his voice is one of absolute brokenness. This is someone who's been through a lot and lost a lot. It's almost a desperate plea in his voice. And as he walks up to the Azamar and the older half-elf, he slips on the ring himself. And he says, "I wish to restore Milo Greenwood from his current state."
Okay.
And slowly the glow left in the gem fades as the last wish is used from the ring. And the half-elf slowly begins to
Do
restore.
do any of us know that name?
With that
I
insight,
know out of character.
Yeah.
I know. It's,
I don't know anything in character or out of
All right,
character, so I'm asking.
Callista and Raleigh, since you're right there, both roll history checks with advantage.
I know where we are now. I know exactly where we are now.
Yeah, you do.
So bad. 9.
You only needed an 8.
Okay, there we go.
17.
17. Okay. Naz,
Callista got it way
Callista
better.
paid attention in school. Callista knows this. Callista passed all those quizzes.
I was taught by
Raleigh-
druids in the forest,
Raleigh
druids and clerics in the
struggles.
forest.
Yeah. Raleigh only knows this name because of an experience. I always meant to ask, what is Raleigh's gender?
Female.
Female. Okay. Raleigh only Raleigh's a very gender neutral name. So I actually
No, that's
tell.
fair. No,
Yeah.
and you didn't see the image until I put it 4
Fair
hours
enough.
ago.
Yeah, I
So
really had
no,
time to look at it.
she's a she.
Okay. Yeah. Raleigh only knows this because she had an interaction with a historian once in a town. Milo Greenwood was the heir to the throne of one of the greatest nations in history. He overthrew a council of mages that slaughtered his family and took the throne from him in his youth. And as an adult, he came back and led an army against them. Thousands of years ago, he went missing. Everyone presumed he'd been murdered or something, but he just vanished. And search parties had gone after him. His daughter eventually vanished as well, along with all of her protectors, numerous members of the 12 of that era. And it was kind of like, it's basically if the whole American army just vanished overnight, basically. This was big news. These were some of the greatest protectors of the land thousands and thousands of years ago.
The freak out that's happening in chat right now.
Yeah. Corbin's very excited. I knew you'd like this.
Hell yeah!
And
Bring back Matt.
it takes a moment for him to restore. And as soon as he is restored, he runs over and just kind of brushes Pelmar out of the way, not even thanking his friend, and he hugs the younger half elf that's petrified in front of him. And in that moment, can everyone roll a perception check for me? All four of you.
Oh no.
Come on, dice. Don't fail me now. Okay.
Well,
okay.
That's a 9.
Okay.
I've been
That's a
cursed
26.
now.
I got a 23.
Naz, with that spear of warning, I think you might get advantage on.
You get advantage.
Or
yeah.
not spear. Sorry, I have a spear of warning. That's why I know what it is. Actually, where you get advantage on perception checks, so you get to roll twice and take the higher roll.
Oh, okay. So I just roll twice.
I think if you click on it, does it give you an option for advantage or no?
No.
Okay, then yeah, just roll twice.
Yeah. I feel like there is, but even I haven't mastered that yet.
I don't
so
remember what it is.
I know there's some trick to it, but I can never remember it.
I don't roll those dice enough.
I only roll the D&D Beyond dice because my physical dice are cursed.
That's
I once
fair.
rolled, I think, 4 nat ones in a session with them. Different dice too.
Yep.
Every time I nat one,
I've
I'd
been there.
swap out the dice. I'm like,
In
okay.
there. Nope.
And so it's perception, right?
Right.
Okay, so it'll be 21.
All right.
I had a
You guys are kind of
26.
caught up in the well, yeah, Gigi, you rolled a 9, as I recall, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little bit busy saying a prayer for the fallen dragonborn. What was yours again, Queenie?
23.
All right, so excuse me, Raleigh, Morgana, and Callista. Your attention is drawn by the sound of a very faint crackling noise behind y'all in the hallway where a couple of the guards were posted.
Crap.
And
The attack of the Sneeple.
you turn to see as the two guards, one of them let me scroll up. All right. Where are you? NPCs. Okay, there we go. The two guards, one a druid, the other appears to be a cleric, are now petrified. Same marble as the ancient sculptures in this room.
I am going to immediately cast. There's so many things on my list. Where is it? Hang on.
This can't be good.
Nope, not good at all. Not good at
No,
all.
but Dad, come on, work.
Quote said, no thanks. I choose
No,
life.
I was Sure, why not? How far away from me is the door?
So there's the main room with the little battlefield there, the ancient battlefield, and then
Yeah.
on the left there is of the dining hall. There's that small door that you go through, and it appears to be an old throne room. So Milo and his companion were petrified right at the feet of a throne, and then the other three right as they entered. So you're kind of looking at an angle. You can just kind of see like the shoulder of one of the petrified adventurers of your party. You can. It's only 10 feet to go back into that room, and then you'll have a clear view of everything to do whatever you're planning to do. Same with you, Callista. Queenie, you're already in the room. So basically, it's about 20 feet from the entrance to that door, and then you guys are another 10 feet in, but you're at just that perfect angle that you can kind of see.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast spiritual weapon right in between our two petrified companions.
All right.
And her spiritual weapon seems to come out of a spinning stream of water, and as it settles, you see it's a tree branch, but it almost flickers as if it's not flickers, but like waves as if it's within a stream, like a reflection of a very thick tree branch.
That's cool.
Detailed of like a hardy oak tree, and it forms right in between the two of them, just right there, ready to go. I'm assuming there's nothing in range that I can attack, so
Not quite yet, but it's
just there to be
there and
there ready.
Perfect. Everyone else, what would you like to do? Naz, what would Callista like to do? And you just saw a couple of your companions share the same fate as the ancient adventurers of this room.
That's a good reaction.
It's a very good reaction.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, well, this looks bad. Swear
Yeah,
I
to
was-
be fair, that would be my reaction exactly anyhow. Well, this can't be good.
yeah. Kick a little rock or something. I don't know
Kick a
what else
rock.
to do.
Well, dang it.
You can draw your weapon, so
Oh, that would be smart.
yeah. Do you want to draw your battle axe, the one that glows, or one of your other ones?
What's my sorry, I have to check my other ones. So is the plus, I'm assuming that's the damage?
Yes. That's for both damage and rolls, yeah.
And rolls. Okay, well, I am aware that there's enemies. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
It is
trident.
very much glowing.
Yeah, it's glowing. So I'm gonna go with the trident.
All right. That's fair. It does
I like the
yeah.
water motif we got going on here.
Yeah, it's true. This is awesome.
It's unintentional.
It's almost like earthbenders versus waterbenders with the theme going on.
It's kind of a blend.
Yeah.
And there's Raleigh, who's kind of mixes both and just confused.
And you got Queenie, who's got her air bending
There you go.
character with the
Ring.
We did not mean to turn this into Avatar, but
I got a lot of fire
Oh,
over
hey.
here too, guys. So it can happen.
I mean, and I'm a
Yeah.
red dragonborn, so I have fire breath.
Hey,
so
there you go. We got it.
Perfect.
we
There
are
we go.
Team Avatar.
Yeah.
Please don't
All
sue
right.
us.
All right.
Don't sue.
No.
I mean, you give us
Bloody
notoriety, you
helps.
wouldn't get any money, but
We have no money. We're a bunch of. Wait, Queenie, are
I
you a
call
teacher too?
Soka.
What?
Are you a teacher too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 of us are teachers. There's no money to be had here. So as you guys get ready there,
Wait, I had an idea.
what?
is the table, because I'm assuming that people were sitting around like a table when they got petrified because they were sitting, right?
No,
I
no one
think-
was sitting.
They're standing.
Yeah, they were all. It was all
okay,
mid-combat.
It was there. All right. So there wasn't no, you said there was a table that someone wrested something out of.
There was a
Right.
no. So there were some chips on the sculpture's gear, as if someone kind of tore magical items away from their backpacks and stuff like that.
All right. I thought there was a table in the room. I don't.
No.
Okay. Is there anything like pretty like large and solid looking? That's not a statue.
Yeah, there's a large dining table there. There is a large dining table. I did say that. Yes.
Cool. So Rex is gonna pick up the table and bar the door with it.
Strength check. This is a large medieval dining table. Seats like 20.
This is a. This. All right. This is either gonna be amazing or awful.
Are we
Hiya!
allowed to like tag team?
Love
it?
that.
God
Oh,
Can
damn
I
it.
give him guidance?
I was hope I have a plus. I have a plus. My strength is 20. I thought I'd be able to manhandle it, but no, I got a 6, so that's an 11.
Okay. Even with guidance, that wouldn't be enough. You needed an 18 or higher.
Dang it!
Damn
it!
You try, but
So for
no
my
good.
absolute-
And in all honesty, you kind of have to crush the two that were guarding the door anyhow in order to do that.
All right. In that case, I'm just gonna ready my warhammer.
All right. Raleigh and Callista, in the room where you are, Milo is still hugging you can only presume it must be his missing daughter. And talking in, for lack of a better description, weepy and hushed tones with Pelmar, very animatedly. And you hear stones grating as a secret door is rolled open and a number of Yuan T guards flood into the room from behind you. Kind of off to the left of the throne behind where Milo had been petrified.
So
And
not where my weapon is?
no, this is a secret door that's open in the room
Got
you
it.
guys are
Okay.
in with Milo.
Okay.
Yeah. In the other room, a number of Yuan T do try and run into there. I will allow you to have the first attack against them because they're the first one to run in will provoke opportunity attacks, and depending on how much damage they take will determine whether or not the others will attempt to run past or just halt short.
Just a quick clarification for visual. How close are they to petrified people?
There's about 4 feet between them. If you move the sword up a little bit into the hallway right in front of them, you'd have a solid 6 feet to spin it around.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of doing that. I was thinking of doing something else. Yes, sure.
Okay.
I'll move that and I'll attack them with that. I was
okay.
misunderstanding. So,
Oh,
because it's just a bonus action to swing with that on my turn. It's,
oh, you're thinking something.
I was
Okay.
thinking I have, yeah, because I can only attack one of them. But sure, let's do that.
All right.
Spiritual weapon. Oh yeah, that's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
That's garbage damage. 7 damage.
Okay. Yeah. He runs into the room, kind of winces at the pain, but the other's saying that it didn't do too much. The other, I'll let you roll once with advantage and just apply it to all of them, all 8 as they rush in. Because seeing that their front runner only got basically a scratch,
That
gonna take the
is a
chance.
26 to hit.
that definitely hits.
That's 11 damage.
Nice. Okay, so they come in, they take a bit more damage. They're a bit more bloody. They were not expecting that. They were expecting to just kind of get a little scrape like their front runner did, and they took more damage. So
And
you
Callista's
deal
in the
11
room
damage
with
to
me.
them.
Callista's in the room
Yes.
with me.
What are
Callista,
the rules for attacking?
how many do you think you could take out in one swing? I'm guessing more than I did with my spiritual weapon there. Just do me a favor and don't hit the statues on your way. And yeah, that's just, if I could give Bardic Inspiration, I would, but I don't have that. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I will give you DM's inspiration.
Yes, take it. Take it. Go ham.
I was gonna ask how solid a petrified statue is if you could throw it at
Marble,
someone.
so I mean it's solid, but please don't hack into that if
Does
you
it
can
hurt
avoid
the
it.
person?
If you
Yes?
smash it, we can't. If you smash it, we can't do it. If
Oh,
they lose a
okay.
limb,
Well, I won't
they
do
lose a
that.
limb.
Okay. Okay. Noted.
But
What
they're
are
all
the-
right there. Go ham.
Huh?
I'm assuming Calista gets an attack also, since they were right there with me. She's just trying to warn you, don't smash the statues, and please
Yes, I'm just
Smash-
I don't know.
smash them in the face a lot.
Yes, I don't know how the rules to attack.
Mark?
What?
Calista wants to, does
Oh,
Calista
I'm
get
sorry.
get a chance to attack them as they're running in, or
Yeah,
no?
definitely. Yeah, you can move into the room.
She's
think
already in
ones-
the room with Raleigh. She and
Yeah.
Raleigh were in this room. That's why they're getting these attacks, right?
Yes. Okay, so hang on. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of turn it up. Okay, so this would be the dining hall, this kind of round part. So right here we have the hallway. That's the one they're trying to run past your spiritual sword. And then right here you have your room, and there's at the back of that room there's a secret door that they're coming through. So they're right by you. So if you want, you can attack them before their turn comes up. You definitely can do that.
Okay, and I don't know the rules to attack.
People just redeemed Bardic Inspiration and redeemed Hand of Fate. I don't know what those mean, but that also excites me. So one was for Callista to give Bardic Inspiration. Which
to get-
translated to cholesterol.
Cholesterol. I love that. Yes, we're giving them
Nice.
cholesterol. All right,
Bardic
perfect.
Inspiration.
Bardic inspiration. All right, yeah, you can definitely do that. Let's see.
What?
That is I think it's an extra D8, right?
I mean, it depends what level, but D8
Let's
is
do-
mid-level.
Let's do D12.
Yes. So you get to add a D12 to whatever you're rolling.
Oh, I
Oh.
love that. Okay. Fabulous. I get to roll my next one with disadvantage. Oh, things just got interesting. Oh, D6. Okay, this is gonna be D6.
So you get a D6 plus whatever you're rolling. So roll your attack roll.
But I don't know how to do the attack.
Oh,
Like,
so
understand
in your
the-
actions area,
okay, so do I have? I'm assuming I
have-
have to pick who I'm attacking, so I'm gonna try to attack the guard, like the people behind us.
Perfect.
Actions.
You have 4 targets there. And you
Okay.
can just basically say I swing at one, and I'll just I have in my head I have notes of who's where, and I'll just target the one that's
I'm gonna
closest to you.
swing.
and then use whichever, so in your actions tab, you should have all your weapons there, as long as you're
Yes.
wielding all of them, and you can choose which weapon you're attacking with.
All right.
This is where if you're a caster, you go, oh God, what can I do? But as a melee fighter, you're like, I just hit things.
I also
Here
I put in the
is
chat for
weapon
you guys
and
what the
swing.
UNT guards look like, just so you have a little mental image of what's rushing in at you.
Okay.
Ew. I don't like it.
Okay, so I have my
They're a bit
weapon.
repulsive.
I don't know what to do.
Snake
Oh, I can hit the number again?
The what?
I hit the number, I suppose? To hit?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you know what you rolled, you can roll damage.
Okay, so I roll a 16.
Nice. Okay. Okay. That hits.
So then hit the damage dice.
Yeah. So then you click the damage dice.
That's the one to the right.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay. Damage is 12.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You take one and you just kind of like give a nice gash across his chest, and he kind of is a little bit staggered and looks at you in surprise. He was not expecting that level of quickness from someone that they thought they were ambushing. On top of that, your weapon's glowing like a freaking torch in here. So he just got hit by a blinding flash of light in the form of a battle axe. Oh, I also put in the chat. So there are two
Oh,
different
no.
groups. There's the
She was
there's the two
fighting.
different
They
UNTs,
were
the
fighting
males
with
and
a
the females that are
trident,
coming
right?
in. The what?
Are you
Oh, I'm
fighting
sorry.
with a
Right.
trident?
You're right. Yes. Yes. Sorry. You're right. So in that case, your back is glowing, which throws him off. And then he gets slashed or stabbed or whatever you want. You could just like skewer his shoulder with the trident and then Faelann, you're ready for another attack. All right. Everyone, let's everyone roll initiative. So
Hiya!
you know the initiative
16.
like top right
Ha!
for you, Naz.
Typical cleric.
Are you at the bottom?
7. I'm
Wonderful.
not even an actual cleric. I'm a druid. I have a +3, and nope.
16.
Nice.
Initiative 24.
Holy cow!
Dang.
Ooh,
Nice.
I don't know what initiative is. Well, I know it.
It's what order we
initiative
go.
is just for how fast you're moving.
Oh, cool.
All right. All right. Let me see.
Got a 16. What was Rex's?
All right.
Rex
was right.
also got a 16.
Which one of you has a higher dex?
Higher what?
I'm gonna get
Dexterity.
wailed on before I ever get turned, so we're good.
17, baby.
Not necessarily. There are some beefier boys in front of you that they are going to want to hit.
I have 13 for dexterity.
They have an ancient king in front of them who I think they'd be a lot more afraid of than a modern cleric.
That's fine.
It's like you have Abraham Lincoln. No. It's like you have George Washington or a modern foot soldier, and you're an enemy Nazi or whatever. Who are you gonna target?
I mean,
If you take George Washington prisoner, you got so much leverage.
Well, that's fair. That's a good point, actually. Good point. Okay, my point fell apart. in my
anyway,
face.
moving on. As I am at the bottom of the initiative, I will be right back for a moment. Have
All
fun
right.
storming the castle.
Right. So now, since it's your turn, you get to attack 2 more times. Is it 2 or 3 more times? Let me see. 4. You get to attack 4 more times.
Wait, is it to smash stuff? For
Yep.
no reason?
Yeah,
Nice.
basically. You just hey.
Swing in this thing. Okay.
Yep.
So, same concept?
Ooh,
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to attack more dudes. Okay. So, I hit 19.
19 definitely hits.
Okay. And then damage 12.
Nice. All right. So this one Rangers are great. All right, this guy is looking very bloodied at this point. He was shocked when you initially stuck him, and now he's looking a bit weaker. He's kind of like gearing up for another attack. You can strike again. You got 3 more attacks.
Oh, I'm fighting the same dude?
I mean, if you want to just go around and hit the others, you can.
Okay.
I just presumed you'd want to try and take this guy out before he gets a turn to attack back.
Oh, okay. Right. Because then he won't hit me. No, that
That's
makes
true.
sense. Okay.
Exactly.
It's kind of like you're in a duel right now, and then if you take him out, you move on to the next.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
so
less blood he has in him, the less blood he has to hit you with.
Right.
That's true. Okay. Hit 22.
That definitely hits.
Damage 12.
All right. This guy at this point, he's not looking great. He's not doing well at all. You got 2 more attacks. You can leave him still standing and spin to attack the one to his left, which is you don't have to leave fighting him. You're just like spinning attacking, or you can just keep attacking him. Your call.
If I do that, does he have, am I like allowing him to attack me or not at this point?
Well, not until his turn comes up.
Okay. Hmm.
Presuming he survives to that point,
Oh.
because a few of your other teammates get to go first.
Can I ask how many guards are in the room?
There are 4.
Okay.
2 heavily armored like he is, and then 2 females are more lightly armored.
Okay. And can I ask who's next to him?
That would be one of the more lightly armored females. She's got a crossbow at the ready.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him again.
All right.
I'm going to hit with 31.
What did you roll?
Well, I rolled with 17 and my
Okay, I was wondering if that was a crit for a moment there, but it's not. A crit is if you roll a straight up 20 and then you add the rest on top of that. You get to
no.
do double damage when you do that.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, roll damage.
Okay, so damage is 11.
How do you want to finish him off? He's down. He's out.
What do you mean?
So basically, yeah, I'll allow you players to describe, like I fire at him and I shoot him through the head, or some get really dramatic, they're like I take my trident and I throw it into his chest, and then I step on him as he falls and pull it back out, and
Okay.
Aquaman style.
I Eldritch blast him through the head.
Right. Just different levels of detail that different players will add in.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna
Ah!
oh no.
A word of advice, and then he vanishes. What happened? All right, sorry, go ahead. He'll be back in a moment.
So I'll take my, or Kilsa takes her trident and she'll just like spare him through the ground, and she'll like take her foot and like step on his chest and pull her trident out and turn around. Pretty simple.
All right. Very well done. Very well done. All right. And as a bonus, you still have 1 more attack left.
Awesome.
So you have 1 more heavily armored guy like him, and then 2 lightly armored females with crossbows.
With crossbows. I'll go after the other heavily armored dude.
All right.
And I will hit with 23.
All right.
Is that good?
All right. So what was that again?
A 23.
23. Okay, I thought you said 33. Yeah, that definitely hits. That definitely hits. She has an even lower AC, so.
And oh, this is the armored guy.
Oh, you're going for the other guy. Well, that still hits by a long shot. No problem.
Okay. And then damage is 9.
All right. That's still pretty good. Nice, nice. He's staggered a little bit, stunned that you just took out one of the heavily armored frontmen right in front of him. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who was next? Gigi or Queenie? It was one of you two. By the way, Naz, that was absolutely flawless. Great job. Very good job. Your first combat. There you go. And you got a kill on your first turn in combat. So that's awesome. Right.
How awesome is that?
Right? That is one of the fun things. One of the reasons why I do kind of like level 20 for starters, because it's just kind of fun. You know, it's going to be a more free-for-all session, and you're guaranteed to get a bunch of kills. Level 1,
Right,
like a rat, is intimidating when you're level 1.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
Especially if it's a were rat.
Right. Queenie and Gigi, what did you two have
I got
for initiative?
we tied.
You tied. That's why I thought. I mean the
me-
dex. The dex. Who had the higher dex?
He
I think
did.
Queenie does.
Oh
No.
No.
no, I have 17.
Oh wow.
I was
Okay, then.
17
All right.
dex.
You're up.
All right. How many are in the room with me?
Let me see here.
I'm not stuck in there with them. They're stuck in there with me.
I'm there with you, though, aren't I?
They're stuck in there with us.
Oh, I have.
Yeah,
a
they're
plan.
stuck in there with you. How many have come in there? There are 9 that have come into that main room.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have a bunch of
little
NPCs in there to
spicy.
help out, so. And I should mention that as soon as they came in, they did immediately engage in combat with the various NPCs. I'm not going to give the NPCs turns because that's just, unless they're attacking you, just for time's sake.
So, but before he even goes for any, he will bellow out "Cree Darne," which in Draconian is death to these fools.
I love it.
And then he's going to take a swing with his warhammer at the nearest one's head.
Nice. All right, roll to hit.
Habersky. Oh, baby, that's a nat 20.
Hey, all right, double the. All right, do you guys want to do double the dice or double the damage? So you roll once and you double that damage, or you double the amount of dice you roll for the damage. What would you prefer? I'm still trying to work out which I prefer for when I DMing, because there's positives and negatives to both.
I will go with, let's say, double the dice. No, double the. Nah, I always flip flop between them when I'm DMing too. So
I would argue double the dice, because when you double the damage, that can get real insane on certain attacks, but other attacks it's kind of meh. Doubling the dice kind of keeps it fair, is my argument, but that's up to you guys. As a player, I mean, I like it both ways. I have DMs who do it both ways, so.
I'm good with either or. So
Let's do double damage.
Okay.
Simpler math. It's late.
I'm gonna assume you said
All
For me,
that
damage.
means, Naz, is if you roll a nat 20, all you do is once you roll your damage, you just double it. That's
You get
Alright.
punished for rolling a 1, and you get.
It
blessed
sounds
for
super
rolling a 20.
obvious, but people have different theories of how it should work. So
It's true.
hiya.
Hey, welcome.
That is 42 hit points
Nice.
to
We
the
have
face.
raiders. All right, welcome Raiders. So what,
He's
that's
just
a what?
flattened.
Wait, that was how much damage?
You take
42.
42 damage in the face.
How do you do this? How do you do this? That
I said I was swinging for. I said I was swinging for the head, so I'm swinging for the head.
this guy doesn't have a head anymore.
It's not a head.
It's not a head. It's like
Yes.
there's scales flying everywhere where a head once was. You just sprayed all your allies around you with this gook.
In the
welcome,
other room,
Raiders.
So,
Raleigh
cool
just
part
goes,
You guys all get to roll your next roll with advantage.
oh.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
So the cool part about being a fighter is I get to attack three more times.
3 more times. Yeah, you do.
Yes. And if I use my action surge whenever I
We're
take
having
the
a good stream now. Thank you.
due to the extra attack.
I'm gonna throw out our
f-
videos are all in the wrong place, and it's very amusing. Well, not all of them.
What do you mean?
I'm in the right place.
You're
I
in the
just
right
realized
place. Oh no. Oh, when you came
when you
back.
Wait.
turned off your
Hang
camera,
on.
you messed it up, dude.
You know, I would shift you around by
Oh,
default, but I'm
no!
not handling that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Just know we're all different
Oh, my
characters.
bad. My bad.
Yep.
Oh.
So
I'm sorry.
the
My bad,
BBG
my
cast a
bad.
spell to put you in each other's bodies. That's no, I'm kidding. We're not doing that. We're not throwing that level of complex
bad.
role playing
That
at
sucks.
these beginners.
Let me tell you.
You've had that
My
happen?
bad.
I played a monk and I got put in the artificer's body. So you keep all your mental stats, but you don't keep your physical stats. And I'm sitting here going, I'm all
Well.
dex and constitution. Crap.
That sucks.
That's hilarious.
I bonded with his mechanical dog. That was the
Oh, that's
extent of
fresh.
what I did.
Well, that's surprisingly wholesome. Anyway,
Oh, it's wholesome. It was not useful.
no. So after he has knocked the head off the one, he's gonna turn to the next one and he's gonna say, "All right, who's next?"
They're all looking a little scared, by the way.
You know, try to intimidate him. And he's gonna take a swing for the next one.
All right, roll to hit with advantage. Or actually, I'll allow you
Hi-ya.
to hold on to these advantages. You can save the advantage for because raids are awesome and rare. So you can hold on to this advantage for a point of your choosing before the end of the session. That way it's a little bit
that's
more
awesome.
special. It's kind of like a DM's inspiration.
Trying to remember.
Oh,
Oh,
right. So you get to
that's
roll
right.
disadvantage.
Yes,
on the
I have the
next one.
superior. I have the superior critical as one of the traits I took when I so I get a crit on the 18.
Brilliant. Rex just clearing them out.
Hi-ya!
If anyone ever
Potato.
calls
Hi-ya!
fighters basic again, I just want to.
I know, right? Aren't you
Every time
fighters
people
just
do.
are just cleaning them out right now?
As one who plays an arcane, the arcane rune fighter, I'm like, come on, no, they're so much fun. If you can't have fun playing a fighter,
So,
then
the
you
next guy
messed up.
takes. So this next one that I'm attacking just took 24 points of damage to the face.
He's splattered.
Holy cow! Yeah, he's
Is this
looking
guy
very
still
bloodied and
standing, or is
battered
he
right now.
knocked flat?
He's staggered, but he is upright. He is looking very bad, though. No, you know
You
what?
made
I'm
that-
gonna
you
make
made
a
a mistake
I'm
then,
gonna
and
make
I'm gonna whack
I'm
him
gonna
again.
make a dex saving throw for him real quick. Never mind.
See
he
if he
is
can
prone.
duck under the
He
hammer.
fell flat on his back. That knocked him on his back. It looks like you might have broken his jaw, but
Oh god.
he,
Part of me wants to pick him up and just toss him at a bunch of the carts, throw him off kilter.
beautiful, beautiful.
Actually, yeah, you know what? He would do that. He fights dirty. He's a master of dirty swordsmanship. The first lesson of fighting he was taught was, if you can't win a fair fight, don't fight fair.
That's a fair and valid method.
So he's gonna pick up the guy he just knocked over and he's just gonna chuck him at a couple others.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right.
I gotta roll for that, right?
Yeah, you can roll to hit for that.
Hiya! 28. Oh no, that was a strength save. My bad.
Huh.
Or no, would I have to do that? No, it'd be the +5.
Welcome back, Naz. I think it's an unarmed strike for that, right?
Ah, okay. Hiya.
But whatever
I'll
you're
take it. That's 23.
nice, that hits. And roll well, whatever you roll, add an extra +5 damage onto it.
I guess I'll roll unarmed strike then. I guess, right?
Go on.
Hiya. So that is 11 damage to the guys I threw the other
All right,
buddy
so
at.
that's 21 damage because I'm adding 10 for this guy's weight and armor and
Whew.
stuff, smashing into the other one. And he takes that too. So actually,
Ooh.
he lands. It looks like his neck has been snapped. He's got it.
Oh god.
The other one is looking pretty badly damaged by a heavily armored ally being thrown into him as hard as you can. I think you have one more.
Yes. Is Queenie in a 15-foot range of them?
A lot of people are in a 15-foot range of them.
Okay,
do
so I
anything
won't do
rash.
that.
It's a crowded room.
I won't use my breath weapon then.
Oh no, please don't.
No, I will not torch everything to the ground. But I will smack another guy in the head with my warhammer.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right. So as the battle continues, make their way into the other room, knowing that they need to protect Milo. You're smacking one more guy with your warhammer, right?
Yes.
Go ahead with
Last attack. Oh no, that's a 4. Oh, but it's an 18, so it's probably still good.
that. Still hits. Yes. You go down and he parries you and just gets this grin of you tried, and then you follow through and he stopped instead of following through, so it just pushes it back and his eyes go wide as you cleave into him.
And that is 17 damage. Hell yeah.
He's not looking so great. All right, he's looking pretty hurt.
Oh no, wait.
Queenie.
Good. Since I rolled an 18, that means I got another crit.
Oh, you're right. That is a crit. You pretty much cannot not crit.
Whoops.
All right, so double that. Yeah, he's looking really peaked right
Level
now.
20, my friends.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why you maxed out one class. People always say it's not worth it.
Max out
So,
one class, you can do a
17
lot
plus-
of damage.
So 17 plus 11. This guy just took 28 damage.
Yep. Yeah, he is hanging in there barely. Queenie, it is now Morgana's turn.
Cool.
The three, two just got taken down, 2 more are wounded. A couple others have actually fallen, and a couple of your comrades has fallen. One of the young has been stabbed through the chest from behind and is collapsed. Her sister fighting to defend her. A number of the others are kind of getting pushed back as another 12 Yuan Ti rush into the room. What would you like to do? And as this happens, a few of the more expert fighters move from this room into the throne room to make sure they are protecting their boss and his friend, who you didn't necessarily see because you weren't in there, but Milo.
Not gonna lie, you cut out and some of that, so I didn't hear it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
What parts did you miss, or what parts did you hear? I should say that makes more sense.
I think I heard like 2 are wounded, and then the rest are just stuck.
Okay, so you heard pretty much nothing. Okay. Sorry. A number of the Yuan Ti are down. 4 of them are down at this point. Another 2 are heavily wounded, but a few of your comrades have also fallen. Among them, one of the young Azamar sisters. She was stabbed through the chest from behind, and she's collapsed. And her sister is currently guarding her fallen form. Another 12 Yuan Ti guards just rushed into the room. Another dozen guards just came into the room and are now engaging in combat with your various allies. A few of your more expert fighters, like the white-haired gnome and a couple others, have actually moved into the other room where your boss and his friend Milo are, to make sure that they are protected. What would you like to do?
I'd actually like to hit one of the ones or attack one of the wounded ones with just my scimitar for life stealing.
All right.
I forgot,
Alright,
how do I do that? Do I roll like a 20 for see for armor class first?
What do you mean?
To roll, do I do like to see if I hit them is the
Yeah,
roll
so
D20?
your weapon, you click the the dice on the left there.
Just gonna switch over. Uh, 19.
Well done. All right. Yeah, that hits.
Cool. And then that is what it gets stuck in the corner. So then it does a 4 damage, right?
4 damage.
I think if I rolled it, so 1d6 plus 3, and I got a 4. I think is that what I did? I'm still confused on.
Okay. So you rolled a 1
So
on
if
the
you rolled a
damage, and it's
4
plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of glances off the armor. You cut him a bit, but it's not that bad.
Can I use my bonus action? Because it was a light weapon to throw my other light weapon to hit with. I have that 2-weapon
Bonus
fighting.
action. All right. Let me. Oh, you have the 2-weapon fighting. That allows you to. Let me double check that. All right. Let me see here.
Allows you to add your modifier to your offhand attack.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't let you use the bonus action. What it does allow you to do is add the but you get a second attack anyhow, so you can use your second attack and treat it as a regular attack, basically.
Okay.
But if you want to throw it, you can do that. That would be dexterity for the roll instead of strength. Although, excuse me, actually, if that's a if you're throwing the dagger, that's a dexterity roll anyhow.
Oh. I'm learning. I'm still learning.
We all are.
That we are.
I guess after that one, for the second attack, I'd rather use my longbow, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, because
The longbow would be okay. Yeah, you can
It'd be
use your bonus
disadvantage,
action.
right?
No. Well, if you're firing at the one up close, then yes. If you're firing at one of the ones farther into the room, I'll allow that. You'll use your bonus action and your move action up, so you wouldn't be able to go anywhere. To sheath it and then pull out your bow and string an arrow. I'll allow that. I'm a little lenient with that.
I'm trying to think now, like what I want to do. So the one, did I damage the one I hit the first time?
A little bit.
No, a little bit. You know what? I'll just go swing at him again and try again. Hopefully I'll hurt him harder.
All right, go for it.
No whammies, please. No whammies. It's just not gonna roll it. It's not gonna tell me what I got. Uh, 12.
A what?
Does a 12 like hit him? Like not to hit, but like yes.
Are you attacking one of the crossbow wielding females or one of the heavily
Did you use your advantage? Because we all had an advantage on one attack.
Yeah, you
from
can use your advantage now if you want to, or you can save it for later.
the
I'm
surf.
saving it as a surprise to help me later.
That's fair.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair.
Like,
Valid.
but no, so the one in front of me, is he still up? Right?
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to hit, the one in front of me.
All right.
Just
All right. When you first went to attack, were you targeting one of the heavily armored ones with the melee weapon, or one of the lightly armored ones with the crossbow?
crossbow wounds.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
then 12 hits.
Cool.
If it, good thing, if it was one of the heavily armored ones, you would not have hit.
I gotta get the ones that are long range. They're more bothersome to melee.
Right?
And then it's cuatro, 4 again.
4 again.
Yeah.
All right. You took a couple little chips out of her. She's taking a few scratches, but she's doing relatively okay at the moment. All right. Anything else you'd like to do? I think that's all you can do looking through.
Yeah, it is. I think that's all I can do.
All right. Raleigh. It's Raleigh, right? Raleigh? Raleigh?
Raleigh.
Raleigh. Sorry, it's been so long I've forgotten your name. We
Really?
finally made it to
Raleigh.
you.
They rolled lower than I did.
I've been resolving them kind of off screen. Currently there's a wall of NPCs between you guys and them.
Okay.
The one that is going to be attacking Naz's character did actually roll even lower than you. I know, right?
All right.
Soldiers.
All right. I'm going to use my bonus action to turn into.
Just to give you a little bit of imagery on what's going on. So another dozen or so have just fled into the main room. It kind of looks like the adventurers are getting a little bit overwhelmed out there. In here, another 10 have just poured in. So whereas Callista just took one down and wounded another 10 have come in to aid them. So now there are 13 there with you guys, but a number of adventurers from the dining hall have hopped into this room to make sure that Milo and Pelmar, their boss and the ally that he's trying to rescue, are protected. So you do have another 4 or so NPCs in here with you now to assist.
Okay.
And they've already engaged in combat with them.
So they're
I've
intermixed with these guys, the bad guys.
No. The ones that just came in, the 10 or so there, those ones are separate. The 3 that are right up by Callista are intermixed with Callista and then the other adventurers.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to turn into my starry form.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to take the form of the chalice. So her whole body goes it's almost like you see a sheen of water flow over it, and then that sheen of water almost clarifies. It kind of clarifies into a form that you are seeing, just a glowing tree with its roots sunken into a stream, just superimposed over her chest.
Oh, that's cool.
With a night sky behind it. And she's going to then go ahead and cast. Is there any way for me to place an AoE kind of casting that would not hit allies? Is what I'm trying.
Yeah,
to
you
do.
could, if you center it on the little secret entrance there.
Okay.
You might risk some, depending on what it is, you might risk some structural integrity damage to the tunnels, but as long as it's not like, massive fireball or something like that.
No. I didn't have fireball. I wish I did.
Like an alchemical explosion of some kind.
Where is it? Sorry, I'm searching for the spell right now.
All good.
There is so
Time
many
your take.
spells on this
Take your
list.
time.
I had it.
Are
Brain.
you good,
work.
man?
Me? Good me is, yes. I mean, no, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Oh,
It's
Actually,
dropping in below the 40s
how
here in
close-
Florida, and our heat isn't properly working. How do you think I'm doing? I'm kidding.
That's why I
How-
have
Need
fever.
some of that Canadian blood in you.
how close are these guys to me?
Out 20 feet away,
Hmm.
15 feet away. It's a slightly smaller room than the other one.
Okay, then I'm going to actually go ahead and cast Spiritual Guardians. And it almost happens simultaneously as she shifts into this chalice form where you see this watery tree almost sprout out of her, like not out of her chest, but it's like superimposed over it from this flowing river. You also see little spirits of like they almost look like leaves for half a second, and then you realize they actually have leaf-like wings, and they form and they grow bigger as they move away from her and becoming this nature-esque guardian that swirls around her within a 15-foot circle. Callista, one of them actually probably would tickle your hair for half a second and just kind of perch as it's continuing its growth just on your shoulder. And as it starts to get big enough where it's not small enough to be just perching there without, you feel no weight, but you would feel the brush of it moving past you. And then it centers to stand next to you, taking up its position. And then I have cast spiritual guardians all around me.
Nice.
And they are obviously my allies and all the other allies that are ours are not affected. Any creature speed that is within the area, which is a 15-foot area around me, is halved in this area. And when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a successful save, they take half. So that
And
is
you roll
on
for
their
them?
turn.
Oh, on their turn.
So-
Okay.
So
So coming up here.
I think, yeah, I don't think it's when I cast. When you cast, you can designate to be unaffected by it, an affected creature. I think it would just be, let's just leave it at on their turn to keep it simple,
right.
because
Sounds good.
later on
Sounds
it's
good.
going to apply, because this will keep stacking as they go, because they're
That makes
just
sense.
there.
Yeah. So for your spiritual weapon, are you still keeping that up as well in the other room?
Hang on, I don't remember if that's concentration, because if it is, I don't think spiritual weapons
I
concentration.
didn't think it was. It just keeps attacking, right?
I think I have to use it as a bonus action, and she can move it and repeat the attack against. So I think I have to use my bonus action to attack
Okay.
and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. Yeah, I think I have to use my bonus action to
There are
attack.
definitely enemies within 5 feet of it.
But I use my bonus action to transform into my starry form.
Oh, okay. In that case, it
So-
just kind of sits there waiting for.
Yeah, and she's going to position herself where she is central in the room as much as the 15
Okay.
feet could take
Fair
up the
enough.
room.
So central in that room, not the other room's on its own, basically.
I can't get there right now. I got to deal with the 12 baddies in this room right now.
Fair
So I'm
enough,
going to
fair
deal
enough,
with those 12 first.
All right. So
Give me time, sir.
right. All right.
I got to get Callista to take out half of them, and then I'll deal with the other half.
That's fair. Let's see here. Okay, so in the first room here. All right, we'll be coming back in. All right, we're entering the end game here.
I
Your
don't, I
troops
don't
are
like
looking
it when you said that.
Sorry. Naz, the UNT that attacked you back, they did not hit your AC. They tried, but basically you either like deflected their blows with your trident, or the strike just glanced off your armor. You're unharmed. So congrats on that. Let's see here. All right, so where do we leave off with Rex and Morgana? You two are both in there. Where are you guys positioned in the main room? Where are you guys taking up your attack? So we have Raleigh in the middle of the other room, and then Callista closer to the trap door, the secret door of the other room. Where are you two in the dining hall? It's a circular room. You have,
I suppose.
you have the other room here, and then the entrance to the place where they're spilling out down here.
Mm. I feel like Rex would try to get closer to the way they're coming in to see if he can try and maybe like knock it closed or at least
Okay.
break it so they have a harder time getting in.
All right. And Morgana?
I feel like she'd be right there with him just to make sure, like,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
he's a bigger body,
Make
so
sure,
she can
make sure this
she can
fool
take advantage.
doesn't
Right.
die or using him
Yeah.
as a meat shield.
Yeah, she's
Right.
like more worried about herself.
All right. Can you both make perception checks for me?
Oh, very perceptive.
So am I. Let's take this.
Oh, natural 20, baby.
Hey,
Oh, second one.
nice.
That's not good.
Mm.
27. Not 27. 12. That's all yours.
12? Okay, okay. All right, let's see here.
Not good. Not good at all.
All right. You're Morgana, you're kind of preoccupied with the combat. Rex, you note as three more of your companions suddenly stop up short in the middle of what you're doing. The younger Azamar, one of the a fawn sorcerer, and one of the others who I'll determine at a later time. Kind of stop short of what they're doing and also begin to
Wait,
change.
Can I do something? Are they within 30 feet of me?
Let's see. So you're right in the middle there. So that would be, what's half of 15? 7?
Uh-huh.
About 7.
7.5-ish.
Can I see them?
No, you can't see them
Okay.
because they're in the other room.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
I have to be able
they
to see.
are within 30 feet of you.
30 feet and I have to be able to see them.
Oh, okay. They're 25 feet from you, so they're within 30 feet, but no, you can't see them because they're in the other room.
And the door's not like I can't get an angle.
I'm
assuming.
not if you're facing the secret door.
Okay. That's fine. That's fair. That's fair.
Excuse me 1 second here. I was gonna say, if you position yourself at an angle where you can see both rooms, then there are 2 of them that you will be able to see.
Is this a save that they have to make in order to avoid being turned to stone like this?
Yes.
Seeing that out of the corner of my eye, one of those guardians that is smaller, there's among the bigger ones that are actually acting as the guardians and combating, there are
Right.
smaller, like little almost just little leaf wisps, and one of them flies out and runs itself across the eyes of the Asimir
Okay.
and giving it what does it do? It allows it to take a d6 to add to their roll
Oh,
to
nice.
try and save. And I'm using it's Cosmic Omen. It's one of the
Beautiful.
the Starry Druid.
Okay.
effects.
Do you want to give it to one of the others?
Oh, I thought it was the Asimir that was freezing up.
There are 3 that are. But you chose the one that Nat won, so I don't think a D6 would help. Just out of
You
character
pick
knowledge,
whichever
just
one. It would
give this to
sense
you.
which one it
Oh,
could
okay.
help, probably.
Perfect.
Let's go with
Yep.
that.
Yes. One of the elves. The little spirit kind of flutters over, and she is able to. Okay, that helps her pass.
Cool.
What's the coolest one?
Hey.
Okay, yeah, it's a smart little spirit.
It starts to try and help the Asmir and realizes they're already stoned. Like they're
Yeah,
not.
it's like, you know what? Move
They're
over to the next one.
already boned, so
Yeah. There
It's
you
a
go.
little bit late on that one. All right. So let's see. Morgana and Rex, y'all will also have to make it's a Constitution saving throw since you're right up there by the entrance as well. You get it with advantage, Rex, because you nat 20'd on the perception and you got that half-second head start.
I made sure to give me Donkey Kong, baby. Let's go.
And remember, you guys can use your you already got the advantage, but Queenie, you can use that advantage if you really want to as well.
I'm taking that at 30, baby.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to
Uh-oh.
talk about it.
What happened?
Oh. Oh.
A failure.
Did you use the advantage?
Use the advantage.
Sure, I'll use the advantage on that one. So then what? Five.
Well, no, the advantage lets you re-roll.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. You
Yes.
can completely
Yeah,
re-roll.
it's a DM advantage, not a bardic inspiration.
No,
kind
it's
of
not bardic
situation.
inspiration. This is a
Thank you.
Come on, something better. 22. That's way better.
22?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you both managed to you both catch on that something is desperately off. And we're going to kind of shift now for brevity's sake. As we're going to enter a little bit less turn-based, a little bit more kind of like when you're out of combat, you just kind of say you want to do this, and as long as you're not hogging the spotlight, I'll be reasonable with it. As basically what happens is you guys catch on that something is amiss, along with the, thanks to Raleigh's spirit guardian, elf. And you all manage to avert your gaze as a finely dressed Medusa walks into the room. Callista and Raleigh, you do not see this being yet, which is actually a good thing for you.
I just imagine Callista weaving in and out of all of these like leaf water,
Yes.
like elvish kind of elemental things that are the guardians.
Right?
So between all of them, it's like these 12, bad guys are just starting to drop from like, it's just a beautiful dance. And Raleigh's just standing there watching it, just like, hot.
Yeah, basically at this point,
Totally distracted by whatever this is. You do you,
Callista and
boo.
Raleigh are just tearing up these guys. And at this point,
She wields a trident. Okay, come
right?
on.
It's like above ground Aquaman here.
Right?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, at this point, Pelmar has joined in. A couple of others have joined in. They're starting to actually push some of them back. So Rex and Morgana, what would you like to do now that you know that the Overlord has entered the room? And actually, can you both make a history check for me? No, wait. I'm going to say that history check for another minute. Actually, take that back. What would you like to do? It's basically fight or flight reflex time. The elf that had her gaze assisted in being averted is going to immediately move into the other room. I am rolling for the other adventurers now to see who takes notice and then who saves and who doesn't.
Well, as Grandpapa Rex Sr. once said, the coward that runs away lives to run away another day.
That's fair and valid.
Oh.
So Rex is gonna grab Morgana by the shoulder and said, "We're leaving," and they're gonna run into the smaller room.
Do you just like pick me up, or we just leaving? Like, together.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab her by the arm and just drag her along and try to help her out.
Well,
Oh,
Happened
I did
there.
not catch. I did not catch that. Could you please say it again?
what are Rex and Morgana thinking about?
The coward that runs away lives to run away another day.
All right. What is on Morgana's mind?
She's trying to figure out a way to actually help him out in a different way. Like to, if he fights, to see if it helps. Well, actually, no. What's your size? What's his size?
His
He
size?
is large.
He's a big
He's
boy.
a big boy.
So right now, Morgana is focused on helping Rex.
Well, because I was thinking of something I could do because I have fairy magic technically, but he's already the large he can be.
Enlarge him. He's not a large creature. He's a medium-sized creature. Is that what you're thinking of doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, to like if he was going to fight, I was going to enlarge him.
He
I
is
mean,
currently
you
running
could do
and
that.
dragging. He is currently running and dragging.
he, yeah, he's trying to get you. He's trying to save as many asses as he can right now. The number
Well,
one
Mor-
ass he's trying to save is his own.
I guess Morgana will go with him at this point because he's right in that sense that coward lives another day. So Morgana will just let him drag her to safety.
All right. You feel a probing in your mind. Of you?
I feel a what in my mind?
Probing. Someone is trying to poke deeper into your thoughts beyond the surface.
Haha.
okay.
No, they're not. I have a ring of mind shielding.
Perfect. Okay. Your mind is a blank slate.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I knew that was gonna come in handy.
Well done. Yeah.
Morgana is just trying to live. That's all she cares about. And money.
What was the wisdom saving throw for you?
Oh, you want me to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. You don't have the ring of mind shielding.
Oh, I knew that was. Oh, I'm so happy I picked
17.
17?
Yeah.
You were very close. You needed an 18.
that. No.
You feel something kind of probe deeply into your mind, and then you hear a voice in your head, very graceful and smooth. So you want
No.
money, do you? Money and
Crap.
safety.
Crap. No. Damn it.
Money does not guarantee her safety, so she does not care at that point.
Oh no. The voice said money and safety.
Oh,
Damn it.
I'm gonna take the higher road this time. I am not tempted, hopefully.
Morgana resists the temptation.
This time alone.
She sees visions of vast treasures of wealth of her in scarlet robes and crowns and all sorts of stuff, and she says, "Nah, I'm good."
One time. I feel like Morgana would like be very upset that she didn't take it, but she has some dignity deep down
Right.
somewhere.
In the
And her
room
brains
together.
would not get splattered on the wall.
You guys are all in the room, courtesy of Callista and Raleigh. There is a whole bunch of now deceased. You are coming down the tunnel, but at this point, Pelmar and a couple of his higher level adventurers have pushed forward and are starting to clear a path through there. The half-human tiefling who you interacted with, Raleigh, earlier, she puts a hand on your shoulder and says, Y'all can go. I'm going to stay here and cover the breach. Me and a few of the others. We will ensure your safety. So at this point, you guys have the option to move down the tunnel and work your way towards there, cleaving through UNT, or you can stay for basically one more turn of combat to buy some more time before following. What would each of y'all like to do?
Do we know what direction we're trying to go from here?
Your employer has headed down, so the secret entrance that opened up in that room, that's where he is leading you guys out, because it's obviously a way out since they're coming from there, and it clearly curves upwards.
And we're trying to find, because we found the person, we found the ring.
Right.
So what is our purpose still here?
Kind of to get the person in the ring out.
And is the person in the ring following our employer?
Yes. So basically what we have is your employer and a couple of his top guards are clearing a path. Milo is following behind, assisting them. Actually, he's kind of trying to push ahead, and they're trying to be like, okay, calm down, calm down, calm down. Let out the rage later, let out the rage later. And then right behind them, there's an opportunity for a number of you guys to go, and then a few of the party is going to stay behind for about a minute or two, buy some time, and then they'll follow as well, just to make sure that Milo and the boss get far enough ahead.
Okay. I have something I can do, so I'm trying to find it. If I can find it. Too many spells on the spell. You guys go. Figure out what you're gonna do. I got too many spells on a spell list right now.
Naz, what would you like to do? Would you like to move up the tunnel, or would you like to fight a bit more and then go up the tunnel?
I'll fight a bit more and then go up the tunnel.
All right.
Is there any of our guys trapped in the room now swimming with you on T?
Anyone in there is either deceased or petrified at this point.
Okay, cool. So Rex is gonna poke his head out the doorway, uses his breath weapon, and then he's gonna haul ass down the tunnel.
All right, all right.
Stone don't
Don't even
burn.
need a roll for that. You just torch a whole bunch of them. All right, Morgana,
Yeah, I
what
was
would you
gonna
like
say
to do?
I need everyone in a 15-foot.
They failed. There's not enough room. They're packed in there like sardines in a can. They're like stormtroopers, just clustered, and then their queen is like Darth Vader. They just part as she walks through or over them. Morgana, what would you like to do?
That would have took 9 damage.
Not bad.
No.
Boop.
Morgana's just gonna head towards the secret door.
She's heading up the exit as well. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Raleigh, that just leaves you.
Huh. Can I see where this Medusa-like creature is?
It will require a Constitution saving throw on your part, but you may, yes.
No, I'm not trying to look in the eyes. I'm just trying to like know where she is.
Well,
Like,
I have to be able to see a creature
that's
to do what I
Medusa's
want to do.
foot. That's where. That's where they're at.
but what?
I have to be able to see the creature to do what I want to do.
So if you're poking your head out, though, you're risking accidentally locking eyes before you locate where they are, because you're just kind of scanning the room. You can wait until she comes around if you're just kind of like staring at. Wait a minute. Did anyone tell Raleigh that what the boss was?
I mean, I did just see a bunch of people turn to stone, so I'm not stupid.
True.
It's either
Okay,
a
so-
basilisk, and we know and we did know that there was a potential of a Medusa. So
That's true. That's true. Okay, so yeah, you have.
I'd
you have
argue I
figured
could
out.
make an
You
educated
can
guess.
make an educated guess. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's what you can do. If you sticking your head out, you are next. You'd have to make a Yeah, you have to make a Constitution saving throw if you stuck your head out. Basically, if it's a higher roll, you didn't. It would be a lower check than normal because she's not specifically targeting you, and you're not specifically, and you may not necessarily see her in the face. You might, you could look out. She could have her shoulder turned or something. Or you can wait and just kind of like look at where her feet will be when she comes around the corner into that room. You could do that too.
Okay. Why not? Go big, go home. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and peek around to see where she is.
Okay.
And the minute I see her, I'm casting polymorph.
Okay. Sounds good.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
And I will cast it at 9th level.
All right.
I don't think I
Oh, no, I
can
don't-
cast it at 9th level. Hang on. Let me
Oh, okay.
my
I
highest
was gonna
level.
say, because druids learn true polymorph or no?
No,
remember.
not true. I think I can only cast it at 4th level.
Darn.
Yeah, I can only cast it at 4th.
Darn.
All right, you can still do
better.
that though.
Okay. So
Um,
con save.
Turn
save
her
first,
into a
yep.
chicken.
Okay. Natural 18 for a 22.
Okay, that passes. That passes.
Perfect.
You managed to locate her without making eye contact.
Okay. And she needs to make a. There's a lot of writing here. What's the save?
Or like a DC.
Wisdom saving throw.
Probably, yeah.
It's wisdom saving.
Wisdom
It's probably
saving
10
throw,
plus
okay.
your wisdom modifier, I think.
Oh, I know what my save DC is. It's a DC of 19. I just didn't know what it was. So wisdom saving throw 19.
Okay, wisdom saving throw of 19. All right.
Roll bad. Roll bad. Roll bad. Roll bad.
All right, here we go.
Roll
Wisdom
bad.
saving throw. Let's
Come
see.
on. Roll bad.
All right.
Time to do some sketchy shit.
All right, let's see here.
We'll not get away with it.
Sorry, my wife was texting me. The what? Yeah, you can.
Kayla, I say hi.
Terry says hi.
Dude, too much suspense.
The what? What? You may say hi. Okay. The what? That's pretty. Hi. Come on.
Aw.
Hey.
Tell me the
Oh,
rule.
it's so
All
wholesome.
right, all right, all right, all right.
Now,
Hang on.
please tell me whether or not we're dead.
I mean, this won't save us, but it'll at least help us out a little bit.
That's true. That's true.
It will give us a great advantage if it worked.
1 hour.
Right?
An hour of being a potted plant.
All right,
More
let me see.
Focused on
here.
getting everybody else out.
The what?
So I'm more focused on getting everyone else out, including their
true.
lovely NPCs that are just ready to face death.
They are definitely determined to get this king out at all costs. You figured out that so most of the adventurers have fled out the tunnel, or were caught by surprise earlier on. The ones that are staying behind, these are royal guards from a neighboring kingdom that were sent. So these are very devoted followers. Okay, so hang on. Sorry. Now I will roll.
Oh my gosh, he hasn't even rolled yet.
No, I had to pull up the character sheet.
Come on, man!
All right.
You
let's
weren't
see.
expecting us to fight back? Weren't you trying to kill us earlier?
No. Okay, that is a 19.
Say
What
poopy
is
that
the,
one. Damn it!
Wait. Reactions.
Counterspell.
No, if I'd rolled whoa, then I could do something about it, but I can't. Okay,
Damn it.
then it doesn't work. Meets beats because it was a
They-
19.
She is not a chicken.
She's not a chicken. I was going for a pond frog, but fair. Okay, seeing it doesn't work, I'm going to everyone else headed out, right?
Right.
Everyone else is gone.
I think I was at the door.
Well, yeah, you were staying there too.
I mean,
Okay,
she's at the
so
door.
tell you what, I will give you one more shot at it because basically that will get her attention. She will move up and move in to attack those who are standing here.
Can I burn my DM
Come
inspiration to force her
on.
to roll with disadvantage?
You know what? You can do that. You can do
Ooh.
that. Well, hang on. Let me see. Okay, you can do that on the next one. You can definitely do that on the next one.
Okay.
So she will move up. She'll move up for her attack. Everyone who's left in the room. So the NPCs, Callista and Raleigh, need to make another Constitution saving throw as she enters. But regardless of the outcome, you're still going to get to cast Polymorph again.
Come on. No,
7.
stop shaking. No.
Okay. You still get to
You
cast
could
Polymorph
use-
though.
You could use your DM's inspiration.
Can I use my DM's inspiration to give her disadvantage?
You can do that, yes.
Then I would rather do that, and I will take
Okay.
the hit.
Oh gosh. Oh no, not a sacrifice.
Ah,
perhaps.
no.
Oh, a noble soul. Okay.
No.
Well, here's the question. I have to concentrate on this. So if I'm frozen, am I losing my concentration?
No, damage loses concentration.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not giving you
So-
damage.
Okay. So
And
if it works, then
Yeah, and-
she's frozen for she's in polymorph for an hour.
yeah.
Okay.
Naz,
want
did you
good
do
smusher.
so with the Constitution? You see those, and then down on the lower right, it should say saving throws.
Saving throws. Yes. Oh,
I
the
know,
one-
right? Darn clerics.
Roll good.
This is karma for you taking no damage from last session.
It's fair. I mean, I'm doing this to myself. I'm choosing, but I have very clear reasons why she does in my head.
Okay. You know what's sad though?
Oh, wait. I mean, I don't think it's going to make it matter, but sure,
Wait,
I'll give
nope.
myself the D6.
Do it.
What did I say? 4, 7,
Get that. Come on.
9. Nope.
No.
Okay.
It's
worth a
Still
try.
Nah.
Naz, what did Callista roll?
15.
15. Okay, still a little bit short.
Oh, no.
This is a legendary
No.
level character.
Wait, do you still have your DM inspiration?
Yes.
I think so.
You could use,
Use
it
it to
roll
get
with
you.
Use it.
You can use
Yeah,
it
you
to
can
roll
roll
with
again.
advantage.
What does that mean?
You
You
get
can
to
roll
roll
second.
again.
It means you get to roll again and take a higher number.
Okay. 16.
Okay, no, you need to beat an
Come on.
18. You were
Okay.
close. You were close.
No.
All right. I
With
will
your-
now roll with disadvantage. Oh gosh, I have never rooted for someone so hard in my life.
Come
Come
Doesn't
on.
matter. I'm gonna turn to
Fail it.
stone regardless.
Fail it. Fail it. And then at disadvantage, because that was a 25. What did you say?
19.
That was a 17 at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well, bye
So
guys.
she gets in. She locks eyes with the group in here. Not a single NPC in here saved.
So
they-
everything I was just trying to do.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I take it back. I take it back. Two saved. Two saved.
Okay.
A number of them didn't, but two did. I forgot about
my
those.
party's running. They're gone.
Yep. She kind of.
Callista and I are just like, hi guys.
She kind of grins and then turns towards the last two, and then her eyes kind of go wide. She just her head jerks back at you, and then what were you aiming for?
A pond frog, like a little,
Pond
just
frog.
like a little frog.
Okay, so I'm going to add an interesting feature
Sorry,
here.
a commercial just
This one-
popped up on the Twitch stream and it's a Geico commercial.
No, we're right at the end. This is the wrap up.
No, it's just for me because I'm not subscribed, and so it gave me a Geico commercial, and we
I
were
know.
talking about a frog and a gecko, and
Let's add one
make
of
it.
three right at the wrap up. I'm like,
Sorry, go for it. My bad.
okay, well, I'll wait for it to, because doesn't it skip over this part that I'm talking, or does it actually?
No,
catch
no,
up?
no. This is just for yes. If I was watching the stream live, you're fine. It's not timed to everybody. It changes.
Oh, okay. So,
We'll
Yeah.
be
it
back
basically
after
pauses
these
our
commercial
stream and then
messages.
takes back up after the message.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, then we can wrap up. So basically,
We're gonna have this huge
Her head-
fluff.
her head snaps back to you, eyes wide with complete shock and horror. This is essentially a demigoddess who has been alive for tens of thousands of years. No one has ever come close to besting her. I will add this just for flavor. The gaze of the ancient Medusae leave you in sort of a limbo semi-aware state. So you can maintain concentration unbroken because you can't really be hurt in this form. So you could technically, I know it says for an hour, but just for flavor, because you did this epic sacrifice play, I'll allow you to keep this demigoddess in the form of a frog indefinitely.
Guys, don't wake me up. Let me go.
as long as you are Marvel, she is a frog.
Or else come back
Hell yeah.
super uber ready to screw her over when you do. That's all
we
I'm
could
saying.
just kill her as the frog. We could just kill her as the
Did
frog.
Callista get
Sure.
out? I missed the roll. Did she roll high
Callista
enough to
did,
say
no,
something?
Callista failed it by 2.
Oh, buddy. We're here together.
At
We
least
got
you have a
this.
sidekick. Yep.
We're the two guardians right
You
here.
know you won. You know you won. No one else knows that
Like-
you won yet, but you have 2 surviving allies that have fled now, and they are go. One of them is actually the teenage half orc, and he like whispers thank you at you as he runs out. Thank you,
That's
and we'll be back. or something
one
like
of the last, because they would have gone away as my concentration shifted. One of the leaves. Most of them had gone to cause the magic to occur to turn her into a frog. One of them settles on his shoulder for just a moment and fades into a damp impression on his cloak as
Oh,
he
I
runs
love
out.
that. I love that. All right, so with Callista and Raleigh, with y'all's incredible sacrifice there, you have first of all just defeated a demigoddess. Congratulations.
Defeated?
And
Waylaid?
it's like imprisoning Maui, you know. It's kind of
Hey,
Oh.
you know, just
It
no
kinda
nods.
works.
We're gonna have to come back in like months,
some point,
and all of
right.
a sudden it's gonna be like, oh, they just fixed our characters. Crud. Okay.
Right. So yeah, Morgana and Rex, you make it out safely with this ancient king, and he's immediately taken to a tent, checked up, and plans are discussed in that tent for the future of several major kingdoms throughout the continent. And it is there that we will leave off. Y'all are well paid, of course. For those who fell in battle, the payment is sent to families or charity of their choices. And until next
you have
time.
a wish ring. Get our butts back. Morgana's like, nah.
Yeah, that's true. And until next time, we will leave it with a slight cliffhanger as to a few of the fates, but we will revisit them at a later date. Thank you all for coming. Everyone, introduce yourself. If you have a plug to give, go for it. We will start with Gigi, guitar guy.
Go follow this cool little podcast. I don't know what they're doing right now, but they're really cool. Go check out D&D Nile on Twitch. Because I wasn't prepared.
You're here, so just follow and subscribe, please.
Right.
Yeah, just follow, subscribe, check out some of this cool stuff they're doing.
He played Rex.
Also, go
because
check.
We're all mixed up.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Also, go check out Markham's personal stuff. He does some really cool stuff.
All right, Queenie, you're up.
This was great. Morgana made it out. This time I didn't betray my teammates, okay?
You did.
I did good. Hopefully
You didn't screw us over.
You betrayed last time.
She was
You
the
have
one
a
that
sacrifice this time.
I sold him out for a reason of trying to help one, and I still failed. So
Hey,
her logic was if she sold out the other half of the party, she could maybe save her friend.
yeah.
don't make deals with demons, devils, fae. I want it on a t-shirt. It's coming. I'm gonna make some merch. I'm just saying.
But I didn't betray. I have plans. Maybe if we come back to this, maybe I can get all of my friends back if I'm still Morgana with the wishes, if I'm very careful.
You could, yeah. We need to delve a little bit more into how Morgana got that, because wish rings are insanely rare at this point. So you have delved into something very, very dark to get to this in your possession.
She's all about the money. Doesn't mean she's done it in a nice way. But if y'all want to watch it, you can follow me on TikTok. I cosplay. I'm gonna cosplay as Morgana soon.
Hey,
Yes, do it.
Sweet. All right, Naz, would you like to introduce yourself? Naz played Callista, the epic fighter.
Totally epic. Standing right next to her friend. we're just two beautiful statues of marble now.
Yeah.
Hey, you two rock, you know?
I just imagine Callista just being this total just badass with the trident just held up high right as they both turn to stone. And it's just like this just counterposition of the two of them. It's great in my head.
I love that.
In my head, I
that's-
imagine.
You two will never be taken for granted.
Anyway,
Gigi
where
also
can we
does our
find you, Naz?
Dad jokes. Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Thank you. I don't know. I don't really have anything to plug in, but thank you. That's awesome.
Hey.
Well, hang on. You have your art on Instagram. You have awesome art.
Yeah, I want to know where this is because I have to see this because art is my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, you gotta go
what
see all the
is-
cool art.
It's Night Sister Naz Art on Instagram.
Really good art. Yep, and
Y'all
it's
heard
there
it.
on the
Go check it out.
yeah, over the name Night Sister Naz art. All right. And then lastly, Raleigh Dove.
I'm trying to find Naz's art now. I'm distracted.
If you don't follow them, we'll find out about it and we'll be
I
unhappy.
know. It's just Night Sister and Naz, right?
Yep.
Yes, one word.
Okay, I think I just found you. Okay. Now that that's done. You can find me over on Lakeside Legends for our Rivera campaign, which we are on. Our final finale of the season is actually airing tomorrow, I think.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to
it's
catch
been a
that.
whirlwind, and now we're on hiatus because one of our players is having a baby.
Congrats to
And
him.
so we're doing a little mini campaign set like 3,000 years in the past or something insane.
that'll be
I
fun.
don't really know. I play a warlock rogue and she's a pain in the ass and I love her.
So
I'm
the
gonna-
opposite of Raleigh.
opposite of Raleigh, opposite of my character in that campaign. So much so. So I'm looking forward to just being a little bit of a troll. I also play over at Mythic Geekdom as a lovely barbarian. So, and also another campaign on Lakeside Legends that we've been on hiatus, but we are coming back very, very soon. So please look for that. We've been pre-recording all our episodes. So, yeah, that's about it. And then I'm on TikTok, but I don't post a lot. But I like to follow people and comment and cheer you on because I'm in grad school and teaching full time, and all I do is play D&D. So that's my outlet. But
fair.
yeah, please come hang out and chat with us
Balance.
over at Mythic Geekdom. I'm constantly modding over there. I also mod on Lakeside Legends, and so I'm in their chat a lot. Come hang out, chill, come for the memes, all that good stuff. And hit me up on socials if you're nice. If you're not, I will kick you to the curb.
That's fair.
Sorry, that's just my motto. I teach middle school. I'm blunt.
Hey, I teach middle school too, so I feel that.
You know, just be kind. There's enough crap in the world. Don't add to it. That's my motto. Somebody
Wait,
put
you
that
too,
on a
Queenie?
t-shirt.
Valid.
Yeah, we've got 3 of us in this
Elementary.
group. Yeah. God bless you, elementary teachers. Whew.
I have subbed
At least they're
elementary, and
still
it is-
cute. At least
Yeah.
they're still cute at that age.
Sometimes they have accidents though, and you're just like,
See, that's why I like the 3rd, 4th grade. It's nice in between. That was my
I've had some
jam.
good second graders I've subbed for too,
That's
though.
fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
I don't
All
think
right,
anybody's
well-
ever said I've had some good 8th graders. I've
Thank you
subbed
so
for.
much for playing, guys. I am sorry it took us an hour and a half to work through the
Oh, sorry.
technical difficulties at the beginning. I think I'm going to privately stream on my own channel, not like anything seriously, just literally the entire working through until I get everything working over and over again, because as a teacher, I get this next week completely off. So I will be doing 3 things. Unpacking and trying to make sure that all my tech is finally functioning at full capacity all the time. So I'll be doing that on my channel. So if you want to watch the weirdest nonsense ever, you know. Anyhow, I'm Mr. Markham. I've been your DM. These fabulous players have been amazing. Thank you to those of you who came in last minute to help cover for those who are ill. I really
Hey, it was
appreciate it.
fun.
They really appreciate it. And good luck to you all, and stay safe. Y'all take
Come
care.
hang out.